Hello everybody and welcome to the first episode of Beacon in the Dark. What we are calling this season, the third season, or season 3 of the Ephemeral Orb. Well, we'll go into, I guess, more detail about like what that title might mean, probably as during gameplay and more towards the end of the session, I imagine, and like little post-episode discussion we usually do. But before we get into all that, let's have these lovely people that are joining me as usual introduce themselves and their characters. I would also kindly ask them to explain what is different about their characters when we get to each and every one of them. I will mention, just to like preempt, we sort of went through like the Warlords of Draenor style, was it Warlords of Draenor? I don't remember, stat squish. Mainly, everyone's stats have been more or less halved with like some addendums and adjustments. Because, well, Fate Accelerated wasn't designed for players to get that powerful and was getting a bit finicky. Like we seriously ran the risk of like players getting one-shotted if they didn't defend with like their highest stat or whatever, which is just not really that fun of a gameplay loop. So we decided to go with a stat squish. NPCs are also squished, so our players won't like be facing like plus 12 or plus 14 people anymore, at least not for a while. But regardless, let's see that little stat squish in action. By checking up on our players, we're gonna go in alphabetical order today, meaning we should start with Banarak. And Banarak, could you please introduce yourself and your character?
Yes, hello. I am Banarak, playing as the lovely Captain Buhd, who has been a bit fellified, quite a bit. And he's now got a spiky beard and a fell cannon. And yeah, that's what's up with Buhd. He's very fell-ish.
It's a long story, everyone. But yeah, all these new lovely renders that represent our characters were done by Sir Thompshire. So thank you, dear Sir Thompshire, for that. Banarak, I don't think you particularly changed anything else about your character other than like the stat squish, right?
Yeah, no, I didn't really do anything other than the stat squish. The only thing that's changed was the Demon Within aspect, or, yeah, it is the aspect. And that was changed before?
Yeah.
Which was to reflect that Buhd is more demon-y, and that took the place of Friend Till the End, which is kind of sad, but it kind of reflects on how Buhd's a little bit different now.
Understandably so. Thank you once again, Banarak. Next, continuing in alphabetical order, we would have DoomGoblin. DoomGoblin, could you please introduce yourself and your character?
Yeah, hello. It's me, DoomGoblin, and I play Captain Bladebeard, just like I did in last 2 seasons. And what's different is I changed his main aspect, his high concept. He's no longer a pirate with no ship or crew. Now he is You-Face Bladebeard, Pirate Lord of the Blackwater Raiders.
Thank God that managed to fit in the like little text box.
First I planned to just call it Pirate Lord of the Blackwater Raiders, but it didn't seem full without You-Face Bladebeard. It's obviously a reference to Lord Jaraxxus and what he says.
Yeah, don't dissect the joke, the viewers get it.
Another idea I had was just pirate captain with a crew and a ship. But that sounded not as cool.
I also like the little You-Face Bladebeard addendum, just cause you're not really a pirate lord of the Blackwater Raiders, so it makes sense with the like little introductory bit that, oh, this is what Bladebeard thinks of himself.
Yeah, kinda. Yeah, definitely. And everything else should be the same. His approaches are, of course, halved, and the stunts are the same. You can read them on the screen.
Bladebeard above board was the easiest character to stat squish because all of his approaches were even numbers, so we just cut them in half.
Nice.
Thank you once again, DoomGoblin. Next, we would have, continue with the alphabetical order, Sir Thompshire. Thompshire, could you please go ahead and introduce yourself and your character?
Sure. As always, I'll be playing Benjamin Aaran, the traveling sellsword that is stuck with these very nice individuals. Yeah, totally that. I guess it just got stat squished, and then since I think only one of his stats was uneven, I just ended up adding it in quick again. His aspects and stunts are still the same for now, and he's got some new drip like the other players. So yeah, that's sort of it.
I thought you added it in careful.
Oh, right, yeah, it was careful. Yeah, it's totally right. Yeah.
Anyway, viewers, if you want, like, if someone asks in the comments, I can like detail how the stat squish worked. I don't really want to go into it now because like it's a bunch of math and a bit more of a complicated stuff. We have to vote on it, etc., etc. So I'll only go that if like people ask about it. In reference to like what Thompshire was saying about adding a point somewhere. Anyway, yeah, thank you very much, Thompshire. Shall we move on to the next person, or did you want to say something else?
No, that's everything.
Okay, thank you. Then, continuing on, we have Zelris. Could you please introduce yourself and your character?
Hello, I play similarly Embersorrow, the cool blood elf, who has had quite a few changes to her character sheet and her stats. Obviously, everything was halved, as with everyone else, and 2 of her stunts have been removed. The mana tap and one of my other ones.
The one where like Lyri was like got up like a +2 sneaky, I think, when doing something against people whom she betrayed.
Oh yeah, that one. And her aspects have had a bit of a tiny overhaul. Her new high concept is Wayward Rogue of Embersorrow Blood. And Phantom Anarchist became Justice's mind to decide and mind to deliver, which kind of exemplifies her mindset, I think, which is pretty good. And Military Bloodline became the Void Within, just to keep that Void theming in the character sheet.
And your military bloodline is also like referenced in your high concept.
Yeah, that's why I did it like that.
Yeah. You always, Zelris, you always have like a knack for coming up with like really cool aspect names. Like I genuinely can't do better. I wish I had your talent at that.
I'm not that great, but I do put a lot of time into it, I guess.
Yeah. Thank you very much, Zelris. So, last season, our hero's journey to Stormwind has come to an end. What was expected to be a much-needed break following the troubles in Stranglethorn Vale, aka Season 1, quickly turned into a struggle against an underground conspiracy seeking to topple the kingdom of Stormwind, named the Silver Mane. The villains had infiltrated the highest rungs of Stormwind society, and their numbers even included Benjamin Aaran's uncle and Lyri Embersorrow's very distant relative, Andor Embersorrow. Not only that, but our heroes had to contend with Captain Buhd being imprisoned and forced to fight in the Brawlers Guild alongside several ogres from his past. Even worse, this led to our party once again becoming involved with Nexus Lord Teeironor and the Ethereum. For a time, they even had to contend with Teeironor's master, the mysterious Viceroy Nazar, and the dangers of the Netherstorm. Still, in the end, despite all odds, the party managed to dismantle the Silver Mane, upturn the geopolitical situation in the Netherstorm, and reunite with some family members. Captain Bladebeard even obtained a new ship after purchasing the good fortune from one Linda Krem. And so, our heroes departed Stormwind, now joined by some new companions, the crew of the Good Fortune, some of whom may be a part of a cult-worshipping Lyri, Bladebeard's second cousin, Spellbeard, and mother, Martha, Benjamin's father, Joseph, a mighty but dumb dwarven warrior named Guren, that I just realized I forgot to put on screen and I'll do so shortly, their old crewman, John, and Buhd's ogres currently held in a ethereal-induced stasis in the ship's cargo hold. Our hero's destination is Buhd Bay, where they hope to meet up with the Blue Dragon Kairigosa, some of their older companions, and the rest of the Blackwater Raiders. Still, the Southern Seas are likely a different place from when they were last visited by our party. It remains to be seen whether our group will be a proverbial beacon in the dark. So, while I go ahead and find Guren and place the good fellow on screen, first of all, what's up with everyone? Like, as you are departing Stormwind, and it like shrinks in the distance for real this time, and you're headed towards Buhd Bay, I'm genuinely curious because I don't think we really went into that very much. What are you guys thinking at the moment? Like, what are your thoughts on your current situation, if that makes sense?
I guess I'll go first.
You are the captain.
Yeah, Bladebeard is a captain, finally. He finally has a ship and a crew, and he's very, very happy.
Understandably so. I do remember the very last quote-unquote shot of the previous season was like a close-up of Bladebeard's tear, and was also kind of the thumbnail of the epilogue of the last season.
Yeah, and that's basically it. He's very happy and he's steering the ship.
Understandable. I'm not saying we're gonna like resume right away. We may resume a bit later. So you don't have to tell me like what you're thinking of right now. This is more of a general question. Make sense?
Yeah.
I think at least on Benjamin's end, since he's sort of aware that it's going to be a relatively long trip, I think the first thing on his nap is just, okay, I'm going to get some proper rest before I get to thinking about other things.
Yes, Lyri would also be resting, and I guess she's just happy to be out of Stormwind and hopefully be back somewhere that isn't as, I guess, restrictive as the big city.
Understandably so. Just making a note. What about Buhd?
I always keep saying that Banneret confirmed for season 3. Buhd is currently watching his ogres and the decay, I guess, they're having on the ship, but mostly he's worried about and concerned about his ogres and obviously wants them out of their bubbles. So that's what he's been focusing on. He's happy that they're out of Stormwind because he did not like the place, but otherwise he is very focused on his ogres as always.
Just a brief reminder for our viewers what Banrak means by the decay they're having on the ship. Again, the ogres are held in like little ethereal voidy stasis bubbles, I guess, and they're currently being held in the ship's cargo hold. Only Lyri so far is able to like move them, and because of like the nature of like their bubbles, which aren't like really 100% solid, like it's like touching like an electric field, not like a solid object. And because of that reason, there's like damaging and decaying ever so slowly the wood of the ship. Last episode of the previous season, we sort of determined that the ship will probably be fine for the journey to Buhd Bay, but after that it will probably need like some slight repairs, and you guys might need to think of like a more long-term solution. Just to reiterate on that. And Banarak, if you want Banarak to show up, I guess we can talk about it. I don't know. Like genuinely, we can if you want to.
It would be fun. I'm not saying we should do it the next episode or anything like that. I feel like that should be almost on the same level or quality of a one of those cameo episodes. But yeah. That's I'm down with it.
We'll see. I don't know what Banarak was up to during Mists of Pandaria, like mid Mists of Pandaria at that. So you let me know if he'd be in the area, I guess.
Yeah, it's on the table, I guess, if we ever go to Pandaria, or depending on what era or timeline this takes place in, I guess.
We are currently like a week or two before patch 5.2, just to reiterate, and also for the viewers. And yeah.
Okay.
Now, I don't really have like a plan to resume at, oh, it's like noon in the day after you left Stormwind or whatever. But I think it might be a good idea to like walk you guys through your crewmen, I suppose, at least so far. They're like neatly arranged into little categories on the screen. Top row is, I guess, what Blizzard would call friends and family, I guess. Because, yeah, it's your friends and family. They're not really part of like the ship hierarchy or anything. The row below that is like people who are in charge of the ship, like going from lowest to highest, lowest on the left, highest on the right. But Bladebeard, since you're the captain, you can change and shuffle that around if you'd like. Just be aware that like some people may not be qualified for like other jobs, if that makes sense. And bottom of the little the bottom row is just crewmen. They don't really have a specific role in the ship hierarchy or specific rank. They are crewmen who have their own jobs, but nothing, not a like leadership position, if that makes sense. So, I guess my question to you guys would be, would you like me to like walk you through them one by one, and like if you want to have like any interactions with them, or are you particularly interested in, oh, who's that individual, what's their business, etc.? Do let me know.
Should we maybe have like a scene where all four of us are together and like crew is presented to us by the former captain?
Yeah, we can do that. That's also I'll let you finish in a second, but that's also like a weird tangent, because you promised Linda that she'll still be the captain, but now there's 3 captains on board, and you guys were talking about appointing your first mate, but there's already a first mate. Yeah, it's a whole mess. Go ahead, DoomGoblin.
Yeah, I was going to ask my fellow players if they like that idea.
The showing off all the crew to everyone?
Yeah.
I'm cool with it.
Okay. So, I guess this would take place like around noon, or like just before noon on the day you guys have departed. Like, you can still see Stormwind in the distance at this point. We can like skip the like little introduction of like Bladebeard asking Linda, hey, introduce me to the crew, or Linda offering, or whatever. So we can say that all 4 of you are present, probably on the top deck of the ship, as Linda will slowly introduce everyone assembled. And she has already like told the crew that, hey, we're under new management. So she will turn to you guys and say, well, as you already know, I am Linda Krem. I just got a fancy new render by Thompshire. She doesn't say that. She is, as you already know, the token over here. I don't know if you can see where I'm pinging on the thing. Yeah. Can you see?
We can.
Yeah. And then she would go ahead and introduce Ziharu, who you guys have already met previously. It's the guy who healed Benjamin and Lyri when they were really wounded. And yeah, Ziharu would walk up to you guys and make a short bow and say, I am qualified to work for you as a first mate. I'm an experienced sailor, but if you would rather have something else, somebody else, I will not object. Captains. He looks slightly confused.
Lyri will look at the...
Benjamin will shrug.
I am captain, yes.
Lyri kind of limply shrugs and then looks back at the group.
Linda says, yeah, on that note, like, are you, points at Bladebeard, like the franchise owner, and am I the captain, and points at Buhd, he the co-captain? What's going on here, exactly?
I am the captain.
So what does that make me and him? Points at Buhd.
I don't know. We can discuss that later. Let's just meet the crew.
Okay. I don't think I need to tell you that a ship works best when it has a hierarchy, but okay, you're the owner. At least you're the owner. That's something we know for certain. So we can continue on, I guess. And this individual points to the Night Elf and the Night Elf like jumps ahead of the line before Linda can finish, and she like jumps up excitedly at all of you and says, I'm the second mate. Hello, it's such a pleasure to meet you. How are you? Ooh, I've never seen an ogre as big as you.
Oh, thank you. I like this one. She's very nice.
Where are my manners? I'm Zelris Nightblade. Nice to meet you. And she like extends a hand towards each of you. I like to imagine that she ignores protocol and doesn't shake Bladebeards first. She'd probably just like go in the order you guys are all positioned in, if that makes sense.
Mm-hmm.
Do you guys accept her handshake?
Yeah.
Very well, yeah.
Yes, but Buhd shakes her head.
Yeah, sure.
He's very happy.
Oh, it's honestly so nice to be under new management. You know, Linda was... You know you don't have to talk about that, says Linda. Oh, right. Sorry, Captain. Former Captain. Anyway, I'm the ship's second mate. So I'm like the navigator person. I know where we're headed. I have the compass and all that stuff. And she looks sort of sheepishly at Bladebeard. I'm usually the one who steers the ship. That's usually my job. But, well, of course, you're the owner, captain. So it's your call if that's still the case. But I'm good at pointing out where things are. Okay.
Yeah, great. Nice to meet you.
Oh, do I still have my job?
Yeah, sure.
Great. So, what's up with you guys? Like, oh, I'm genuinely curious. Looks at Lyri. Lyri, what do you look like at the moment?
Lyri, is like, she looks like a blood elf.
She looks at you and says, "Oh, I'm really curious. I've never honestly met a high elf before. Is it a high elf? Whatever. What do you guys like? Is it true that like you prefer to stay up during the day?"
Yeah.
That's
Lyri kind of looks at her like a dead guy.
that's so weird. But like you're an elf, right? Like humans and like dwarves and all that stay up during the day, not ourselves, right?
Right? I don't know anything about night elves, so Lyri just kind of shrugs.
Oh, well, I can tell you if you want. And she looks at Benjamin. You look fancy. Is that an elven axe? How did you get that?
I guess it sort of belonged to my uncle, I guess.
Your uncle had an axe? I thought he used a sword.
I don't know, he had it in his storehouse, so I assume it's his.
It could just be one of the silver mains. Lyri shrugs.
I don't know, this feels like his.
Did your uncle own a silver lion or something?
Oh, don't worry about that. Yeah.
It was like a company, I guess.
Oh, okay. I gotcha. And she turns to Bud. And you are you gonna eat all of the ship's food supplies? You don't seem. And then Linda says, Severif, you're being rude. Let the rest of the crew introduce themselves, all right? Oh, my apologies, yes. And then she turns to the rest of you. Sorry. I'll be here if you need to talk, okay?
Okay.
Okay.
Yeah, and she'd bounce back to join the rest of the crew. Linda lets out a sigh and just looks at you guys of an unapologetic look, and she says she's mostly competent, at least.
I mean, why wouldn't she be?
Yeah. Next, she introduces someone that Thompshire lovingly called the Incredible Hulk in our Discord, a half-orc, and she says, "This is Garug," and the individual walks up to you guys and gives you a nod and says nothing. The captain says, "He's the ship's third mate, in charge of ship security and, well, all the nasty stuff that you hope never happens, I guess." And he once again gives you a nod and says he doesn't really talk much.
Lyri will nod back at him.
I'll whisper to Buzz. Are there usually this many mates?
I don't remember Bladebeard having many mates, but he also had a lot of ladies on him.
Above board, Kyrie ship also had second and third mates.
I remember Bladebeard having a contest of who would be the first mate, and Bud won. She wasn't very happy when that happened, but Bud is very good at first mating, but also good at captaining.
Right.
I'm curious if Benjamin is aware of what happened to the former first mate. I don't remember if he is.
I don't think so. I don't remember, at least as in me.
Oh, I'm also curious, if Thompshire knows what happened to the former first mate.
I mean, what, they turned into a zombie by Zogog or something?
Wasn't that goblin?
Yeah, Cherry, right?
Yep. Yep.
Yeah, she
Yeah, dressed in red.
when Xal'atath got imprisoned, she just died, right?
She is dead. I don't remember how, but she is dead.
She got deactivated.
I wouldn't be surprised if she died the same way that everyone died on Booty Bay that day.
What does that mean?
You know what it means.
Maybe I shouldn't.
Anyway, the captain says, Guruga here is trustworthy. Well, I mean, he's paid to be, so obviously. If you have any issues with ship security, come to him. He'll handle everyone. Well, I don't. She like looks at Buhd. I don't think anyone will really ever have trouble with that, but I guess you never know. Garuk has just been silent the whole time, and Linda just like awkwardly says, "All right." And next, Garuk nods and heads back to the rest of the crewmates, and she says, and the captain, and next we have the ship's quartermaster. Please don't laugh at her name, she whispers. Quartermaster Blingy. And the gnome walks up to you guys with like a very serious expression on her face and a ledger in hand. And she turns to Bladebeard and says, You're the new ship owner, I presume?
Aye.
What flag is the ship going to be registered under? Have you filed the appropriate tax reports? I have, Blinky. You don't need to worry about that.
Yeah.
Are you the franchise owner, or are you a captain? What is your business?
I am a captain, and we are going to deal with all that later. Come on, we are just having fun for now. Sailing, enjoying the sea.
She looks at you blankly, expressionless, and scribbles something in her ledger, and she says, "What is the purpose of this travel?"
To get from one port to another.
For what purpose? Blingy, I don't think Mr. Bladebeard is familiar with Stormwind's legal jargon and all that. And Blingy says to you, "Are we still under the flag of Stormwind?"
I look up. Do I see if we are under the flag of Stormwind?
Above board, that's your decision.
No, like, is there literally a flag above us?
Like floating in the air? What's your question?
No, like on the top of the ship.
On the ship.
Yeah, that's what I said. That is your decision. Currently, there is no flag because the captain was expecting to have that cleared up.
Sure. Keep the golden line for now.
You heard Mr. Bladebeard, man. Hoist up the golden lion. And the quartermaster says, "Are you aware of the potential legal consequences for flying a false flag?"
Yes.
Very well. She walks up to you and extends a hand to shake.
I shake her hand.
I will expect a full inventory of the new crew members by the evening.
Alrighty.
And then she, how are you guys positioned? Who would be next to Bladebeard that she would shake the hand of?
Probably Buhd.
Buhd or Lyri, because isn't Benjamin next to Buhd as well? So
then, is it alright if she shakes your hands in the order of Buhd, Benjamin, Lyri?
Yeah.
Yeah.
She'll shake everyone's hands, and when she shakes Lyri's hand, she lingers for a little bit while shaking it and winks one eye at her.
Lyri blankly stares at her.
And she walks off without saying anything else. Linda just lets out a sigh and says, "And the rest of the crew, well, do you want me to introduce them as well, or?"
I think I'll meet with all of them over time. We have a lot of time while we're traveling.
Oh, who is chef?
Oh yeah, that's important.
Very important.
Better than the troll.
She looks hesitant for a little bit and says, well, it's more of a collaborative effort. Blingy decides the rations, like how many ingredients they should put in the stew. She's very ornery about that. And the one who cooks them is, and she like very hesitantly points at the kobold.
Oh.
So
Here's
Rand,
the chef.
What's his name?
Swimmy.
it's not Remy. Okay.
It's not cooker or fire top or anything related to his candle.
No. We found him. We ran aground at one point near Westfall of all places, and he helped us get back on our proverbial feet, so to say. He wanted to travel at sea, and well, we were an open crew. Like, it's the first time we've ever had an ogre. Looks at Buhd, but we're open to like having the crewmen of all races. So we said, why not? And there he is.
Yeah, that's great.
Would you like
There are a
to?
lot of ogres here.
Would you like to meet him, or?
Yes, I like to meet cooks.
Okay, oh, very well. Swimmy, and the kobold like lights up, and when he does, the skull falls off, and he like scrambles to pick it back up and put it back on his head, and like almost rat-like, he like scrambles to the rest of you guys, and he says, "Swimmy here."
Oh, hello, Swimmy.
You is new meat?
Is new meat food you're going to cook or freeze?
You smell like burning. Not good food. No.
Yeah, but not good food.
Me Swimmy. Oh, well, he like indicates a hand and he says, me can cast fireball.
Oh, not good. That make cooking easy, I bet.
Yes. Very. Cook with mushrooms and dried food things. Yes. And Captain so very generous. Yes. Heard new captain? Hope new captain as good as old captain. Who new captain?
Both of us? Right, it you and me, because we're both captains.
Well, there can only be one captain, right?
Yep, but there are three captains.
But only one real captain.
Can Swimmy be captain?
Captain Cook?
He stares blankly.
I think he can be Captain Cook, Bladebeard.
Maybe one day.
One day, but he wants me now.
We can't have too many captains. It's gonna get complicated. And I like when things are simple.
But there are three captains.
I'm still tired. Very nightly yawns.
Weird elf. Didn't see before. How you here? Me cast fireball at you.
No
Okay.
fighting.
But she pop up nowhere. Did see her before. Did not. Swimmy knows.
Yeah, she do that a lot.
I was just standing here.
Now she talk. Creepy.
Yeah, she do that a lot too.
Okay. My head hurts.
Swimmy like marches up to you, Lyri, and says, "What you eat, sneaky elf thing?"
What did I eat?
Yes.
I don't know, but I drank too much.
Drink. Crew bring lots of drink. Why drink? Drink not good food. Drink make head hurt. And worse, extinguish candle. Not good.
It's
Well,
full...
I'm sure that whatever drinks Bladebeard likes actually help the candle.
You know
point.
about candle, human thing?
Yeah?
Ooh. He like marches up to you excitedly. What no? Tell.
They're made of wax. They can be used to make light or fancy smells. I don't know. Is there anything else to candles?
Yes. They keep dark at bay, you know. Yes.
Yeah, I guess.
Yes.
Yeah.
Swimmy like this one. We friends?
Sure.
Good. What does human like to eat? Swimmy make special meal. Yes.
What? I think whatever the other humans eat is fine.
Benjamin, we can just make bread.
Competition. Elf speaks again. Sneaky elf thing.
Well,
Yeah,
it's
yeah.
not good bread.
Look,
Lyri kind of...
it's excellent bread. Okay, no need to be jealous.
Oh, bread is good bread. Elf thing not know what she talk about. All right, Swimmy. This is Linda speaking. You need to be polite to our new crewmates. She like hesitates, not really sure what to call you guys. And Swimmy says, Swimmy always polite. What you mean, Captain? I'm not sure I'm the captain anymore, Swimmy. Well, do we still eat at noon? Yeah, sure. Right? Looks at Bladebeard and Buhd.
Yeah.
Then Swimmy go prepare. Yes. Cast big fireball. Big fancy. Yes. Not too big. This ship is made of wood, Swimmy. And remember what happened on the night we... Yes. Captain always talk. Reminds Swimmy of embarrassing things. And Swimmy like marches off, muttering to himself.
You know, that guy just gave me a great idea. How about we go around and everyone tells what their favorite food is?
Linda blinks at you like and says, "Does that include me?" Or
Yeah. You go first.
well, I'm partial to roast beef. She shrugs. I also don't know if you guys heard that above board.
Yeah.
Roast
Great.
beef?
Yeah, well, my father was a rancher, so, you know. Next person, maybe?
Benjamin?
I guess he sort of just thinks for a bit. I guess I do enjoy some homemade marinated chicken.
Great. Buhd? What do you like to eat the most?
If, like, I don't know, if one of your companions from season 1 were next to you, like, I don't know, John maybe. If John were next to you, he'd say, "Do you really want to ask Buhd that?" But John isn't. John is not currently with you, so shrug.
Wait, what happened to John?
No, he's on board.
that-
He's on board. He's just not next to you guys.
Oh, okay.
Demon flesh, that's the answer.
Troll heads.
I do eat a lot of things, but I'm trying not to eat certain things. I like the taste of beef. There are no Tauren aboard, right? Because they get upset about that too.
No. I mean, I said the same thing, and I wouldn't say that in front of a Tauren, says Linda. But just for the heck of it, for a split second, you think you see the familiar figure of a certain fell lord staring at you behind Linda, and the same second the fell lord disappears.
Seeing things.
All right.
What, are you hungry?
I'm always hungry, but think on it later.
What about you? You were also asking her, right, Mr. Bladebeard?
Oh, what?
What do you like to eat?
Oh, I like pizza with pineapple.
What's that?
It's like a fruit. It's
No, I know what a pineapple is. I mean a pizza. What's that?
It's some goblin food.
Yeah,
It's pretty good.
I heard about it on Kazan, actually. Yeah.
Yeah, it's
Like
pretty good.
like a half sandwich, but not that impressed.
It
Also,
doesn't.
pineapple, really.
It doesn't taste quite as well without the pineapple, but it's pretty good.
Above board, like on Kazan and like the goblin starting area, there are like doodads of like Chinese takeout. So, yeah, if you think of like modern food, think goblins above board.
I'm
Yeah.
pretty sure pizza like actually exists in games, like an item you can eat.
Yeah, it is. There's pineapple pizza.
Mm-hmm.
Oh,
I'm
yeah,
not breaking
yeah.
the canon, and I
says
believe
It says gross on it.
I know my lore.
I was not contradicting you, DoomGoblin. I was just embellishing. I don't know.
Yeah. So, Lyri, do you eat anything besides wands?
What, charcoal? Well, Bladebeard, you know, I really could go for some honey bread marinated in bloodberries, but that's probably not available down here.
I don't know half the words you just said, says Linda.
It's like a standard meal in Quathnalas.
Above board, is Bladebeard rather asking also like Ziharu, Sevrith, and Garuk and Blingy, or just this small group of people?
Yes. Them as well.
Okay. Ziharu looks hesitant and says, well, I have not eaten my favorite food in 40 years, I think.
Oh, why?
Well, it was a Draenei food grown on Draenor, and, well, that's no longer an option.
We were on Draenor yesterday.
He blinks at you.
We actually met one of like a Draenei.
There is no need to jest so meanly with me, Captain, owner, Mr. Bladebeard.
Yeah, we met that nice healing one. He was a prophet. Yes.
Yeah, but also a mean one with like purple stuff.
Oh, the scary one.
Ziharu looks like hesitant, like he's not sure if he should believe you and be scared or just chalk it up to like a misunderstanding or whatever. So
Yeah,
he,
but we were talking about food, yeah.
yeah, so he says, well, you probably have not ever heard of it, but I was very partial to roast talbuck.
What is a talbuck?
It's like a deer.
Uh-huh. Yeah, very nice.
Did we see one of those?
I don't think any of you have ever seen one. No offense.
I've seen a deer.
I meant the talbuck. And at this point, Severus says, "Me next? Me next?"
Yeah. What do you like?
Well, mom and dad you always used to feed me night saber meat, but that's kind of messed up, you know. So I'm a big fan of like lavender bread. I don't think you guys have ever heard of that though. Have you ever heard of like a red carp? Oh, that's a good one. That's a good one. I'm also very partial to what's the word in your language? Sorry, it escapes me. But there's like this weird plant thing that has like brown leaves, but also purple leaves. And if you smash them together in a certain way, it just makes like the finest condiment ever. Oh, if we ever get to like Ashenvale, I'll have to show you guys.
There's an area Buhd wants to go back to.
Oh, you've been to Ashenvale before? Says Linda.
Oh, Buhd traveled a lot before he met Bladebeard, and then we sail a lot on the sea. Buhd from Feralos.
Oh, that's far away.
Yeah, it's in the name. Faralas.
Never thought of it that way.
Right. Let's skip over Gorug. Blingy, what do you like to eat? And Blingy looks at you guys and just continues like scribbling something in her journal. Not journal, but like book, for lack of a better term. Ledger. Yeah, I don't recommend pushing the point.
Yeah, alright. Well, nice to meet you all. You're all very handsome and colorful people. We're gonna have a lot of fun together and earn a lot of money.
All their eyes like light up, even like Blinky and Garuk, who are normally silent. And Linda says, "Right, on the money front, do you have any plans for that? I mean, we were selling supplies to the military before. We had this gig in Marshtide, but do you guys have a better idea?"
Well,
I mean, Booty Bay probably needs some repairs. Why don't we just sell stuff to them?
Repairs?
Sure.
Why would it need repairs?
They had like some kind of like demonic invasion like the week or two ago.
You're jesting, right?
No.
It was a long story. It's a long story. There was a big skeleton dragon and a bunch of undead and a bunch of red orcs. But we defeated them all, and now everything is fine again.
Can I get first roll of the season a flashy from Bladebeard?
Benjamin will assist by simply nodding.
Lyri will also assist by peer pressuring by nodding as well.
Yeah, then 2 assists coming to Bladebeard's way. Can I get a flashy?
Oh my god.
That's a 1.
That is a 1.
Good start. Linda says, "Right. You know, I also had to fend off at one point an attack by this nasty group of pirates, blood sails. I don't know if you guys have ever heard of them."
They are nasty. I don't like them.
Yeah.
It makes no sense for business. So, you kill all the people you rob. How will you rob them again?
I agree. I'm not a pirate and I have no plans on becoming a pirate, but yeah, I agree.
Yeah, and how will they tell your story, you know? How will they spread the word of great Captain Bladebeard?
Linda shrugs and says, yeah, I agree. Well, I don't know. You don't really make much of a name for yourself as a merchant vessel, but she shrugs. It's a good life, at least. Pays very well.
Yeah, and it's gonna get much better now. But about that later. For now, we are just sailing to Buhd Bay.
Yeah.
And speaking of, can Lyri send a sending spell to Valiant of Flame Reaver?
Yes, she may.
Okay.
Because we sort of left on a cliffhanger last time.
Yeah, and it's been like a while. Like, right now.
Oh yeah, definitely, yeah.
Okay, so Lyri sends it to him saying, Sin Lyri, I'll be back in Buhd Bay in 2 weeks. I'll let you know once I'm closer. I'll meet with our kin once there. And I'll put that in the Discord.
Okay. I'll take a moment to write up a reply. While I do that, do let me know what you guys do. At least like for the next little bit.
So, how long will it take us to get there? Lyri looks at the navigator person.
Oh, well, it really depends on the trade winds and, like, if, if any pirates attack. We'll also be passing by, like, Horde territory, which is, like, a big no-no. So we'll have to, like, take a couple more days to, like, go around that. Unless you're, like, chumming with Horde people or something. Ugh, icky. Anyway, it should take us anywhere between a week and a month.
Okay. Well, let's hope it's a smooth journey.
Yep, no krakens, no pirates. I'll take it.
By the way, Benjamin, I'm pretty sure the arcane dust we have is like somewhere in the hall. You should probably make sure it's safe.
Okay.
You should only use it if I go missing and don't come back.
I don't know how to use it.
I do.
Lyri kind of shows off our hand. I carved the thing you need to make into my hand like a day or two ago.
Oh my gosh, do you need medical assistance? Says Linda.
What? No. I'll just write it down in the book.
By the way, Lyri, you get a reply.
Okay.
I'll send someone to meet you. Be there in 2 weeks. We really need to talk.
Okay. Cool.
Okay.
Lyri will kind of zone out for a second and then snap back to attention. It's fine. I just need a book to write this down on in case something happens.
Says Linda. You guys did mention yesterday that we should stock up on books and ink. Took a bit of a hit to the budget, but we are stocked up. Are you planning to sell them somewhere?
I mean, it's probably a good idea for Bladebeard to make a travel log, right? As the captain a captain of a boat, he should have his own.
That's what Quartermaster does.
Blinky looks up and nods as she continues scribbling.
Well, aren't pirates supposed to write things down, like the escapades or whatever?
No, like I said, I'm a captain. She's a quartermaster. She does all the numbery stuff.
That is my job, yes.
Well, I mean, I'm just saying people will probably buy a book if you wrote it like that.
I don't know how to write books, but at some point I was a book.
Well, I
Which
mean,
means-
writing a book is just like having good grammar and, you know.
I can maybe make a picture book.
Okay.
Where are you intending to publish it? We'll need to speak with the proper editing authority.
You know, maybe it would be better if someone else writes a book about me instead of me writing it.
You'll need to talk to that individual to sell them the rights to, well, talk about you in layman's terms. Do you have someone in mind?
No, you know, actually, whoever wants to write about me, they can, with no worries, write. They don't need to pay me anything.
That is a horrible business decision, and I urge you to reconsider.
Well, because it's free, everyone will do it, and everyone will know who Captain Bladebeard is. I mean, do you need a permission to write about, I don't know, Khadgar or Anduin Lothar?
Frankly, yes. Or you need to make it clear that the character presented in your book is not that individual. Image rights matter, you know.
Speaking of Khadgar, why couldn't he have teleported us back?
Khadgar, says Linda.
Let's not talk about it. In fact, it's probably better just to wait until we're in private.
Khadgar obviously doesn't care what happens with us, so I don't care what happened with him.
At least we have
but
Kyrie.
he's a nice guy. I like him.
I mean,
I
he's
have
always late, but sure.
I mean, he taught us how to make bread, so...
Isn't Khadgar on, like, what's the name? Ziharden says Draenor, Captain. Draenor, right. Didn't he die there?
No, he's back in Dalaran, I think. He's definitely alive, I can say that for sure. But, and he doesn't have a beard, surprisingly enough.
I'll have to see it to believe it, to be honest.
Fair enough.
I can actually show you how he looks. And I'll show them with my hourglass of holograms.
Linda looks surprised and says, "What's that device?"
I have absolutely no idea.
Blingy says, it's a standard holographic relay device, nothing too interesting or special, although the design is slightly unusual.
See? That's what she said. That's what that is.
Yeah, but just babbling words doesn't mean I'll understand them. Humans.
It makes pictures, I think.
And sounds.
And sounds.
And smells, I think. Sometimes it seems like I can smell what's it's making.
Maybe that's just your brain filling in the gaps.
Maybe.
Maybe.
Can I smell Khadgar?
No. Well, unless you want to think that you do, like a placebo effect.
No, can I actually smell what the image that the hourglass has made?
The image that the hourglass has made has no smell, unless, again, you're thinking of a placebo effect. Also, I just noticed earlier that you rolled a forceful, not a flashy. Well, too late now.
Oh, well, it starts with an F, so... I was trying to forcefully... What was I doing? I don't remember. It's the same number, so...
Yeah, it's the same number. You were trying to, like,
Convince them.
Yeah, make it believable that like you've actually been to like Draenor and all that.
Yeah, I grabbed someone by their collar and shake them. Yes, there were dragons.
And he thinks you were trying to tickle him with that roll.
Yeah.
Yeah. Okay. So, do let me know if you guys like what do you guys do or anything before we move on to the next thing, I suppose.
Benjamin will go take a nap somewhere.
Lyri
quiet.
will also go take a nap because she got really drunk last night and her head hurts.
Hey, bud. Can I talk with you?
Hello. Yeah?
So we need to settle this captain thing. You know, we can't have two captains.
But, I'm captain.
Well, yeah, but you don't necessarily need to be captain of this vessel.
Hmm. But I helped buy it too.
Yeah, you did.
Well, yeah, technically Bud like we can say that Bud's a shareholder. And also Benjamin on that note. Lyri isn't, because the money she tried to contribute, she accidentally threw into the sea.
Really? Wait, why did that happen?
You know when you guys were like figuring out the 100 gold down payment?
Yeah?
Yeah, Lyri robbed some members of the crew, got the necessary money, and accidentally threw it into the sea.
Oh, you're talking about that, like, first 100.
Hmm?
Yeah.
Carry on, sorry for interrupting.
Yeah, but let's say I'm captain of this ship, alright? And
Right.
we'll find another ship for you.
Hmm.
Or if you want...
Can I still be captain, but you captain of this ship?
Yeah, of course, yeah.
Hmm. Okay.
Yeah, great. Or if you want, another option is that we have a vote. A crew votes for who they want to be the captain.
That sounds like repeating history again. I don't want another Zogaga situation.
How did that involve a vote?
Well, she used her witchy powers to make everyone zombies, and they voted us out.
Yeah, I guess you can see it that way. Yeah. I don't think you would use dark magics to get votes, right?
No, but I'm more worried about somebody else. If we open up the doors to a vote, then somebody else will come in and be like, I'm captain. And
No,
Bud don't want that.
No, just you and me.
Hmm. You promise no witchy powers?
Yeah.
Okay, Bud will go start his campaign.
Alright, let's say like tomorrow at high noon, we like maybe do a speech and then the crew votes.
A vote for Bud is a vote for freedom.
I will make this ship great again.
You're not orange.
My beard is.
Out of curiosity, will the vote be anonymous?
No, I guess it will be who yells either. I imagine we'll be like on the elevated portion of the ship, and maybe like who gets the loudest yell will win.
Okay.
Or maybe we should do like an actual like a box in which people throw their votes.
Blingy would, and Linda as well, would both recommend that you do anonymous votes. Doesn't mean you have to listen. Doesn't mean you have to listen to them, obviously, but yeah.
What do you think, Bud? Anonymous, or should we like know who voted for who?
I say it should be public, because then Bud will know who voted who.
Yeah, I think that makes sense as well.
Then Bud knows who to trust.
Okay. Above board, if the vote were anonymous, Lyri would become captain.
Ha!
No, there's only two parties, only two options.
This is what
Is
Bud
this the
meant.
US?
Well, an anonymous vote has to be done by like writing or something, so yeah. About a third of the crew would write in Lyri, and like of the like remaining crew members who aren't like part of the cult, they don't really have strong feelings one way or another, so the vote would be split between like Buhd, Bladebeard, and Linda, and maybe Zelris or whatever.
What? Don't come on. We haven't done the speeches yet. How could you know?
I'm just saying this is what would happen if the vote would be anonymous. Since it's not anonymous, it will probably be different. But yeah, so tomorrow at noon, you mentioned, correct?
Sure.
Bud would look for paper.
I would look for Spellbeard.
To both of you, you both find what you seek, because when you guys mentioned, oh yeah, buy some books and ink, the crew assumed that like, oh yeah, we're gonna like sell these things, so they bought like a whole room full of books and ink to presumably sell somewhere else.
Is there nails too?
Nails?
Yeah, like nails, like, you know, things that you can like pin against wood.
Oh, yeah, there would be, not like the cargo hold, but like in the ship's carpentry, if that makes sense, because you need nails to like fix up the ship if something happens.
Yeah. So Bud would make a drawing of himself in ink, and it would write "Vote Bud." Bud knows how to write his name, so it would say "Vote Bud," and he'd be nailing them all over the ship.
Can I get a careful and a flashy from you?
Yes. Ooh, I don't like that negative.
Oh no.
That's a critical fail.
I'm tempted to use fate points.
You have so many, but as well.
I mean, we're not gonna get into combat. Why not?
You can use your pajamas.
You're right. I can. I'm gonna use my pajama pants.
Well,
Oh, I can't.
I'm totally down for it. It's just that like the pajama pants are meant to like undo a like one specific event. This was more of a general role of like how well you generally do.
Okay.
So with those two roles, what happens is the drawing you make is adequate enough. It's clear that it represents an ogre, and it says "Vote Bud." Unfortunately, with the flashy, unless you like want to reroll or whatever, the crew just thinks, "Oh, this guy is just like throwing trash around." Okay, we'll pick up the paper, throw it in the sea. All right.
Yeah. You're right. I will reroll with my first roll. That's smart. I appreciate
okay.
it. So I'll reroll the flashy.
Okay, I am back. Sorry.
There we go.
Well, let's take it one thing at a time.
Wow.
Thank you.
So I
Damn,
could.
this is 6 point difference.
I.
That's scary.
Can you guys hear me?
You saved me, Thompshire.
Okay, you guys cannot hear me either.
I saved the elections.
You saved the election. So what happens now?
I think we should stop the count.
I think Teeironor is out.
Oh no! Did Teeironor go out?
Teeironor couldn't stand seeing election rigging taking place in our own campaign.
I don't know. If Bladebeard's
Can you
supposed to be
guys
the
hear
orange
me
guy,
now?
I think
Can you guys hear me now?
Joe
we can
Biden
hear you now.
rigged the election by using fate points. What?
No.
Yeah, we can hear.
Well, again, let's take it one step at a time. Apologies once again. Discord broke. It broke. Like right after I said that the crew froze Bud's papers away. That's when I stopped hearing things.
Okay.
Basically, but reroll with a fate point.
Yeah, and
And-
it was with it was a shipbuilder.
Shipbuilder, he knows where the fucking like.
He knows how to put things up on a ship.
Yeah,
And then- and-
he probably
and then-
knows where all the best, like, most frequented places are in ships as well, so you can
Okay.
put them in there.
Okay.
Yeah. And then we made a bunch of political jokes.
Yeah,
Okay.
yeah.
Nothing
We
lost
said
in the end.
Bladebeard is an orange guy, and Bud is the savior.
Okay. Duly noted. Thank you for explaining that. And yeah, it makes sense with the fate points. So now that you've rolled a 3, which is much better, yeah, you know exactly where to place the little flyers. They definitely get the crew's attention. Yeah, I'm not. It's not like a particularly impressive flyer, but you've definitely got their attention.
Okay, that's all Bud wanted. He achieved his goal of vote Bud.
Meanwhile, Bladebeard, you were saying you were trying to find Spellbeard?
Yeah.
You find him below deck with your mother. He looks very, very unhappy, and your mother is like nagging Spellbeard and says, "See, I told you, Moby, you can't be acting like a pirate anymore. And what the hell are you wearing? Those clothes look ridiculous. Moby, I didn't raise a son like that." And Spellbeard looks up when you approach and says, "Ah, Moby, you're here. Yeah, I am Billy, not Moby, as I've been saying."
Hello, guys. I am Moby. Right?
Oh.
Mom?
Moby, why weren't you here? I was yelling at Billy for no reason. What's wrong with you?
You yell at me for no reason.
Aye, because I'm your
A
ma.
lot, so-
I'm your ma. But Billy's just like my first cousin once removed or something.
And you couldn't tell us apart?
You look the fucking same.
No, I don't.
Yeah, we kind of do, says Billy.
I don't know, do you have guns as big as mine? Look at me. Now with no sleeves. Look how sexy I am.
Not Billy. Moby, I thought you were past that. Where
No.
are we? Where are we anyway?
We are in the greatest kingdom of them all. The Sea Kingdom. The ocean.
She looks panicked and says, "Well, take me back then."
No, you said you wanted to see the Baron.
Aye, and we were waiting on the ship for the Baron to show up.
Aye, and we are on that ship.
Okay, so I can just walk off and go back to Stormwind then?
Unless you can walk on water.
Moby, this is kidnapping, you know that?
Sure.
Billy says, Auntie Martha, come on, Moby means well. You shut up, Billy, I'm not talking to you. Piss off. And she kicks Billy, who runs away.
No, he's actually the one I needed. Just stay here below deck. We'll be at Buhd Bay before you know it.
Give me some booze while you're at it, okay? And stop saying that. I keep telling you to watch your frickin' mouth.
All right.
You're not old enough to swear, you hear me?
I am. I'm like between 30 and 300. I don't know how dwarves age. I'm old enough.
Billy, I remember the day you were born. You're not that old.
Shh. I mean,
She doesn't say Billy, my bad. She says Moby, my bad.
all right. Well, I don't remember that.
See, I told
But-
you, so
so
I would
I'm not-
know. I would know. All right.
Alright, I'll call it Beauty Bay. From now on. It's a better name anyway.
Drop the bay here. I'm not your freaking bay.
Well, it's the name of the town.
Why are we going to a different town?
Because I grew bored of Stormwind. I can't stay on one place for a long time. I grew bored.
Stormwind's a big place, Moby. Even I haven't been to all the places in Stormwind.
Well, World is a big place as well.
Aye, too big.
I don't know. It's as big as it needs to be.
We'll talk about it later. Go fetch me some booze, alright?
Alright, I'll send someone with booze.
No,
your
you
way.
do it. You're my son. You feed your mother, alright? Be a responsible little lad and fetch me some whiskey, alright?
Alright. Also, I am your son, but I'm also the captain. So these people work for me, and I can send them.
Not Billy, sorry. Moby, grow the fuck up already.
How many times do I need to tell you?
You're too old to be playing pirate. Pirates don't exist, Moby. Why do I keep saying Billy? Why do I keep saying Billy?
She's drunk already.
Sure, we'll say that.
Mom, I am not a role player. I'm a raider. I'm a Blackwater raider.
You can be the still pond raider for whatever I care. You're playing pretend, Moby. You're too old to do that. What would Mobina think if she saw you? What would Billy think if he saw you?
Honestly, I don't care. I am a pirate. Deal with it.
Alright. Very well. Then I'll have to start treating you like a kid then. Come over here so I can spank you.
No. I run away.
She will try to catch you so that she can spank you.
Alright. Tell me what to roll.
If you're running away, give me a quick, please.
A 6.
I'm still rolling for Martha. Okay, yeah, you outrun her.
I outrun an old lady.
Yeah, she gives up quickly and says, "Don't forget about the whiskey." And she returns to the little alcove she made for herself.
Oi there, random crewman. Bring that lady some whiskey.
The random crewman looks at you and says, "Who are you again?"
Captain Bladebeard, your new captain. Or one of your 2 possible new captains.
Huh?
You'll hear all about it tomorrow.
Can I get a flashy from you?
2.
Alright, what did you want? Whiskey?
Whiskey.
All right.
I don't think she'll recognize. I'll just bring her whiskey. We have it.
Alright, Captain. And he walks off to do what you asked.
Yeah, nobody says aye anymore. I miss the good old days. It's always alright. Anyway, I go and find Spellbeard.
He's easy to find. He's hiding behind a doorway.
Spellbeard. Hey, cuz.
Bladebeard. Please don't leave me alone with your ma anymore. Alright?
Alright.
And I gotta be home by 6. I've got curfew. So can we turn the ship around?
No. You're a pirate now.
I am? Again?
Aye. You're a member of my crew.
I really need to get home by 6 though.
No, I met Mobina back in Stormwind, and I told her that you joined my crew now.
Can I get a flashy from you? Oh, no, not flashy, sneaky.
Three.
If you say so.
Yeah, she said she's very proud of you and she love you.
Bullshit.
That's what she said.
Well, she like looks nervous. Oh, you know how Ma is. All right. Cool. So what are we doing?
You're going to be my campaign manager.
What's that?
Well, I need to have all of the crew vote for me tomorrow, for me to be the captain.
What's a vote?
Stupid Stormwind and their... You know, in some parts of the world, people choose who their leader is by voting.
That sounds stupid. How are the people supposed to know?
Well, it's their right. They should be the ones deciding who leads them, right?
Why? They don't know what's good for them.
Of course they do. They should be free to choose.
I wouldn't want to choose who leads me. I have no fucking idea.
Well, you choose me to lead, yeah? Alright. You choose because I tell you to.
Cousin, maybe this time in this game, maybe I could lead. You never let me lead.
This is not a game. This is real life.
It's not a game?
No. I'm an actual pirate captain.
Can I get a flashy from you?
One.
Alright, and I'm an actual wizard, alright.
Yeah, you are. You turned me into a chicken.
I did?
Yeah, you can actually do spells.
Oh, alright.
Just like I actually pillage and plunder.
Oh, alright. I'm down, okay.
So, how do we get the crew to vote for me?
I don't know, you tell them some bullshit about how you're gonna double their wages?
Yeah, of course. Yeah. Triple even.
Okay. You also need to tell them something so that they forget about that and they don't actually start asking for their doubled or tripled wages.
Well, here's the thing. They are just sailors. They make nothing compared to pirates, so they actually will earn a lot more.
Do you have a budget in mind?
No.
Alright.
Not yet.
All
Also,
right.
this is a very lame ship, let's say. It's alright, but it's not really made for piracy. So we'll have to get a better one later.
Okay, well, first things first, the whole vote thingy. Well, if we have to talk about, we have to convince them with some bullshit. Talk about, I don't know. I know. Say that only you can keep them safe from, I don't know, make up some big fictional enemy. They have like do the crew have like a rival, or are there like, I don't know, any new?
Yeah.
I know. If there are any new crewmates, then the crew be afraid of them, and we can say that we are the only ones who can keep them safe from the new crewmates. Make sense?
Well, I could say that I'm the only one who can keep them safe from Bloodsail Buccaneers.
What's that?
Their captain said that she doesn't like them. I don't like them either.
Okay. I don't know what that is, but sure. Okay.
Also, you know, I don't want to bring race into this, but Buhd is an ogre. I can like win any race against him. I'm much faster.
Oh, you're competing with Buhd?
Yeah, I can run. I can I can swim better than him. I can win any race, and I think most people will vote for me because of that.
Oh, I know. Let's say we can tell the crew that Buhd has a son, and that son has a book filled with like nasty secrets that got leaked, and we can ask Buhd about it.
Books can leak.
Yeah, if somebody finds out about them.
Maybe if you spill something on it.
Well, yeah, maybe. If it's like magic dust and all that, aye.
Maybe we say that Buhd has a leak.
Or maybe
That he can't control his bladder.
Or maybe Buhd was entrusted at one point with like secret documents from like, I don't know, the super magic high emperorship of Stormwind or whatever, and like he forgot them in a garage or something.
Sure. I have no idea what that means.
Oh, it's like a fancy place where they keep the airships,
Airship.
Well, I know it sounds silly, but if you just look up in Stormwind Harbor, you can see it.
Those things are bad. The water ships are the good ones. Everybody loves water ships.
So, well, I've been spitballing some ideas. Which one are we going for?
I don't know. I would rather lift myself up instead of pushing Buhd down.
That's not how politics works, though.
Well, it's how I like to do it.
Then you're gonna lose.
No, I'm gonna promise them a lot of things. I don't have to keep my promises. I just need to promise them.
Yeah, but you need to distract them because people might remember the promises unless they have something to distract them. We have to distract them with by saying I don't know that Buhd kept official letters and correspondence like on a publicly hosted mailbox or something.
Sure. Yeah, let's say that. Buhd had a bunch of letters.
Well, maybe we can say that Buhd because I think Buhd was like a warlord or something. Maybe we can say that Buhd ordered an attack on somebody because they thought they had an ultimate weapon of mass destruction, but the weapon was never found, aye?
Buhd does have some rage, panic attacks at times. He can go wild and attack both foe and ally.
All right. So how do you plan on letting the crew know about all this? Do we spread flyers? Do you want me to hold a public speech? Do you want to host a news conference?
I mean, tomorrow we're gonna be having a big speech, but before that, I guess you can spread rumors around.
All right. I will. Make sure tomorrow to keep interrupting him. People don't like listening to someone who can't hold their own in a debate.
Sure.
All right. He extends a hand towards you.
Yeah, I shake it.
Yeah, it says, "Let's win this thing, cousin, and have Buhd locked up." Ooh, that could be a good slogan.
Well,
Lock him up. Aye.
I don't want Buhd locked up.
Well, if Buhd died tomorrow or for whatever reason, you have to be happy. This is politics, cousin.
No, this is just a friendly little thing to see who would be better suited to be a captain of this ship.
Oh, so if it's just a friendly little thing, then whatever happens, then you'll be the captain, right?
Yeah. I'll probably be the captain regardless. You know, people are gonna vote for me. I mean, look at me. Look at these guns. Look at my muscles. But doesn't. He does. Damn it. He has bigger muscles than me, but mine are nicer.
Maybe he dopes. Maybe he dopes. You know, that could be.
Oh yeah, he got bigger because he ate a demon. We can tell that maybe that's, we convince people that that's bad.
He ate a demon. What?
Yeah, he ate a demon and then he like became one.
Okay, maybe I can work with that. I can work with that.
But wait, like you turned me into a fish and a chicken. Can you like during his speech like turn him into something that people wouldn't like?
I mean, people usually don't like ogres, you know.
Some do. I like ogres.
Ew.
Not in that way, but you know, they're cool. They're big and strong.
All right, I'll try to turn Buhd into something during the speech. I think that's a good idea. Aye. Okay, yeah. We can do that. We can do that. Aye.
Great. You're a great campaign manager.
Meanwhile, I'll let the crew know about Buhd's misdeeds. What should be the name of his son? Maybe something like Poacher. Something. Poacher Buhd. Doesn't quite roll off the tongue. I'll think of something.
All right. Great.
Yeah. And Spellbeard is gonna spend the day spreading rumors about Buhd. I'm gonna roll his sneaky to see what happens.
What is this game?
I'm oh my goodness, a 5.
Oh, nice.
Teeironor, I love how you're on the same vibe as us in Discord, even though you're not reading it.
I heard part of it. So, yeah. And I guess it's a good thing that I pay at least a small bit of attention to American politics, I guess. Banneret, what do you think? Are you okay with this smear campaign? Like, above board? I don't think we can hear Banneret.
I don't think he's talking. Wait, is he?
I saw his Discord thing light up, but I didn't hear anything.
He's speechless.
He's been silenced by Bladebeard.
Hello.
Oh, we can hear you now.
Yeah, my thing went off. No, I'm fine with it. It's funny.
Okay.
I feel bad for Buhd, but you know.
Okay. So, Spellbeard got a roll of 5 on his spreading rumors throughout the day. But you might notice, like, throughout the day, as the day goes on, people start, like, giving you weird looks, and, like, whenever you pass by, like, their conversation dies down, like, oh, well, and they maybe, like, try to get away from you ever so slightly.
Buhd just kind of waves at them and, like, is smiling.
Fair enough.
He doesn't understand what's going on. He's just putting up flyers.
Yeah. Because of your roll, the flyers are put up, like, yeah. So they stay up, but they're not quite as impactful as Spellbeard's lies. I guess the deciding thing will be the speech tomorrow, but currently Bladebeard has the advantage, so to say. I'm curious if Benjamin and Lyri have any intention of getting involved in this election thing.
Oh no, he's taking in his nap. This politics business is not for him.
Whenever tomorrow comes around, Lyri might do a short speech for the fun of it, but she's not seriously intending on becoming captain.
Lyri
She just finds it very funny to mess with, you know, lower folk, as she would say.
Lyri might wake up to a rude surprise, but sure. Okay. I would ask, do any of you do anything else for like the rest of the afternoon and the evening?
Lyri just rests to make up for the insane last week she had in Stormwind and at the storm.
One of those like 12-hour sleeps that you still wake up tired after.
Yeah.
Benjamin, Bladebeard, Buhd?
Yeah.
Is this like the next day already? Or...
Not yet. Not yet.
Okay.
There will be a thing before we progress to the next day. That's why I'm asking if we... Yeah.
Then, nothing in particular from Benjamin.
Okay. Bladebeard and Buhd?
Yeah, no. Buhd just puts up his flyers. He doesn't really do much else. I mean, he might try and talk to people if they stay and listen, but other than that, it seems like everyone's avoiding Buhd, so...
I mean,
yeah.
Not everyone is. You'll probably
not everyone.
Yeah. Some of the people will stay and talk to you. Are you interested in talking to anyone in particular, or...?
I don't think so. I think he's mostly getting accommodated to everyone.
Mm-hmm. Duly noted. Duly noted. Bladebeard, anything else on your part?
No, I can't think of anything. Maybe he's practicing his speech in front of a mirror.
Okay. Then, viewers, I'm gonna hide the screen from you for just a second while I set up some stuff. Okay. Give me a second. Okay. I would like to ask the players to direct their attention to the screen.
Scary.
What's that?
This is, as you can imagine, a map. It's probably the map that was like in the ship, in the possession of like the captain of Linda Krem. I'll say that like you can see on the map there's places like Golden Skull which are supposed to be secret. I put them in for convenience's sake. We can say that, oh yeah, Bladebeard filled in the like blank spots. The little blue things are the second mate's notes, like the Night Elf lady's notes, to like help the new captains guide their way, because she's the navigator. She's supposed to be helpful. Yeah. Do you guys are you guys able to like see the map and all that?
Yep,
Yeah.
and it's very beautiful.
Yep, I can see.
Okay. So, you let me know if, like, I'll be actually a little bit transparent. I didn't have time to like prepare absolutely everything for this session, so I would kind of like, I'm gonna draw something on screen. I'm gonna like ask you for this session to like restrain yourselves to like, I'm drawing this general area. I hope you can see it on screen.
Yeah, we can.
Yeah, I can see.
Yeah, so please don't go to like Vajir or something, because we'll have to like fade to black if you do.
I mean,
why would we go to Vision?
can we even go there? Yeah, we don't have the time.
I mean, of course you can. You can go wherever.
Yeah, but all right.
We
weren't
have
planning to.
We have the freedom to say what the sea is.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, and this will be, I'm gonna like scroll around a little bit for the viewer's sake. This will be sort of our map for the season, more or less. Obviously, we can go beyond it to like Kalimdor or up north to like Northrend or Northern Eastern Kingdoms and all of that stuff. But for the moment, we'll be more or less restricted to this area. So, are you, now that you have this very helpful annotated map, thanks to the efforts of like your second mate. Is your destination the same, like a straight path towards Buhd Bay?
Yes,
Yes.
I believe.
I would like everyone's input on that note, like Thompshire and Banrak as well.
I mean, I'd say we do that horde avoiding path, but again,
Yeah.
I'm not really the captain, so...
I'd say the safest route is the best route, so yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
I say the quickest route is the best route.
Okay. To be completely honest with you guys, I was like 80% sure you were gonna go to the Lapidus and Geojim Isles because of the stay away thing. I thought you'd be too curious to let it go, but sure. You'll go on a straight path to Buhd Bay.
Are those islands real, or are they...
They're technically like, you see on the map there's like a whole bunch of islands you probably have never heard of. Those two islands, Lapidus and Geojim, they're like...
Wasn't it like on the vanilla, like beta?
Yeah, pretty much. Like I made like my own story with them because they were just like two places on the map. They had no story other than that. But yeah, they have a story obviously, and they technically exist in the lore. They're just like, oh yeah, they're on the map sometimes, but not on the newer maps. Make sense? Okay. So do let me know if we should switch back to the main screen, or if you'd like to, I don't know, look at the map some more and inform yourself some more, I guess.
can you post this on Discord afterwards? Just for...
Would if I could. Unfortunately, Discord has an upload limit of 8 megabytes. This is 12 megabytes, but I'll find a way to like host it on like Imgur or something.
Yeah, I say we just chart a course for Buhd Bay for the time being, just to get rid of these ogres.
Ouch.
I mean, that's what we're all thinking.
Fair enough. Okay. Same question, if there's anything else on this map, or if we should switch back to the main screen.
I say switch back.
I agree.
Okay.
Let's just switch.
Okay, then we shall. And I will switch as well in a second. I hope you like the map and all that. I hope it will be useful in the days to come. So, you continue on the like direct route to Buhd Bay, which would also be like the route most closely following like the usual shipping lanes, if that makes sense. So you'd probably like see some other merchant vessels in the distance as you sail on during this like first day. You're still in like Alliance territory, so you'd probably see some Stormwind ships patrolling in the distance. Do let me know if like you have any intention of approaching them or anything like that, okay?
I don't think so.
Okay, duly noted. Let me look at something on my notes for a second. I guess I should ask, how do you guys spend like your evening and your night while I look at my notes? Yeah.
Lyri, when she wakes up for a little bit, she'll just draw the like Badlands thing that she carved into her hands in a book to give it to Benjamin.
There are plenty of books around. Yep, you are able to do that. Benjamin, do you accept this book?
I mean, if I'm woken up, I guess.
Okay. Fairly late in the evening. I'm gonna put something on screen in a second. I didn't have time to like put all of the NPCs in order, so sorry about that. But Lyri, you will like somebody will come looking for you. Yeah, you feel like a tug at like your pant leg, if that makes sense.
Mm-hmm.
And if you look, you would see this little creature looking up at you. And it says, "Are you the one Sinli?" These Azarafian names. Sin. He like staring at a paper in his hands. Are you this one? And he like points at the paper. It's written in a language you don't understand.
Hello, my name is Sinlery.
Oh yeah, I think that was it. Okay. Nice to meet you. My name is Blip. Do you know this? It's kind of embarrassing. This guy named Golgamash.
Yes, I do.
Okay. He like gives you a sympathetic look, like you're sort of in the same boat, and says, he is suing you for skipping out on work. He's been trying to summon you for like the past 2 days, and he's suing.
He's suing?
Yes. Yes.
Ogres have laws?
Well, it's more like it's more like the laws of the Twisting Nether. Well, it's complicated. I'm not really a legal expert. I'm just a messenger man.
Okay.
Okay. I'm glad I found you. Could you sign over here, please? He like hands the paper to you.
Darian looks at the paper.
It's written in a language you do not know.
I was told not to sign things I can't read.
Oh, you're one of those people. I can read it for you, if you want.
I prefer to be able to read it for myself.
You're making things complicated.
Listen, I'm sorry, but... Wait, you said he couldn't summon me?
Yeah, he was pretty mad about that. Said you've been skipping out on work. Told me to go find you. I had to find a beholder to teleport to find your location and teleport me. I'm really glad I found you. You know, it's really hard to like teleport onto like a moving vehicle. It's really inconvenient.
Why couldn't he summon me?
I don't know. He says you've been skipping out on work, and he also asked me. This is gonna sound weird, and I apologize. He said he thinks you stole from him something about a. This is gonna sound weird. A magical talking skull.
What?
Yeah, I know it's weird. He shrugs. So anyway,
And what happens if he wins the lawsuit?
I don't know. I've just been told to find you and confirm that you're still alive. I imagine he's gonna demand your life or permanent servitude or something like that. I don't look, man. I never wanted to be like his warlock minion. Another warlock was supposed to summon me, and he like hijacked the summoning, and now I'm forced to be his minion. You know how inconvenient that is.
Yeah. That kind of sucks for you.
Yeah.
Do you want me to like set you free or something?
I don't. I'll consider it, but I don't want to find myself on the end of one of his lawsuits. You know.
Since when is this a thing he can do? Like, he was just a smelly ogre in a cave. This is a bit much.
Yeah, but ogre contracts are special because, like, you know, ogres are, well, at least they used to be these like almighty sorcerer things, and they're real pricks, you know that? Instead of like the standard warlock summoning contract, they have their own like weird warlock summoning contracts because, you know, oh, we were like these big mages back in the days of Goria or whatever. What the hell even is a Goria?
Could you get me that in Thalassian, please?
Gesundheit.
Can you get this letter in Thalassian, please?
Gesundheit again.
In common?
I'll have to find a translator. Do you know somebody who speaks ogre or demonic?
Is it written in ogre or is it written in demonic?
Well, this paper is I'm sorry. He like indicates the paper. This is ogre. Snaps his fingers, and like the paper suddenly changes with like fell green lettering, and it's also written in demonic. Ogres are pretty thorough, unfortunately. He snaps his fingers again and turns back to ogre.
I know someone who speaks ogre. Let's move.
Okay.
Lyri is gonna try and find Buhd.
Buhd is very easy to find, pretty much because he cannot fit below deck, so he has to stay above deck.
Poor Buhd.
Sorry if it ever rains, Buhd.
Hey Buhd, can you read this for me?
You want me to read something?
It's in ogre, so I thought you might know.
A demon ogre, never seen one of those. But you see a little
Hello.
imp at Lyri's side.
That is a very on fire goblin.
What's a goblin?
Yeah.
They little green men like you, except not on fire, and less horny.
Well, can you just read the letter for me, please? Wait, what have you been doing?
Okay.
You shouldn't be resting.
Oh, I was making my flyers all over ship.
Liars?
Yes, a vote for Buhd is a vote for freedom.
You're voting?
Yeah, Bladebeard wanted to do a vote thing over who should be captain, and Buhd agreed. So Buhd been doing flyers.
That sounds fun.
Yeah, I think it is.
You
Definitely no evil magic this time.
know, I might, have a little speech. You know,
Okay.
it could be
You
fun.
wanted Buhd to read something?
Yeah, this paper.
But have a look at it.
Does
Lyri will let the imp give the paper to Buhd.
this individual's trustworthy? Like, I don't want to lose official documents.
He's trustworthy, alright.
Okay. Buhd, do you know how to read ogre?
I think Buhd does. I think I said that. I know that he's not the best at it.
Okay. Unfortunately, this is a bunch of legalese. So can I get like a careful or clever from you to see how well you decipher it?
Yeah. I'll go with clever since that's a higher.
No. It's.
I will.
Go ahead.
I'll throw a fate point in there. Why not? Of former warlord.
Okay. So now your roll is a 2. You have some trouble at first, like pushing past the like legalese, because it's a whole lot of like jargon and like references to like long forgotten history and like official pronouncements, blah blah blah. but like you start to get like the general gist when you read the name Sinlimi over sorrow, and it basically outlines that this Sinlimi over sorrow is accused of skipping out on her work, breaching her warlock minion contract, stealing from her warlock patron, which is also a breach of the contract, and is being summoned to court, which shall be presided by one Gamash.
Look like this Salami Overshadow is in big trouble for breaching warlock contract.
And
I want to compel both.
Oh,
I want to compel as a former warlord with amnesia, and maybe he has an ancestor who was told about that was a professional in legal matters that may show up to give good or bad advice on this very important legal matter.
I'm cool with this.
I'm also fine with it. I'll transfer the fate point over shortly, but again, the ancestors only really know what Buhd knows, if that makes sense. Because they're figments of Buhd's imaginations, not their like actual spirits. So
yeah, sure. It's more of a flair thing more than anything.
Yeah. So as like Buhd, you're like struggling with words. To the left of you, you see a slightly shorter ogre with like a monocle, and you recognize Magor. And you remember like stories from your mother about how in the old days ogres didn't always like used to solve things with their fists. We have like courts of law and all that, and like your great granduncle Magor was one of the greatest lawyers of his time, and now you probably finally realize what the word lawyer means, as Magor in your imagination like extends a hand towards you, like expecting you to like hand over the paper to him.
Oh, you want this?
Yes.
Okay, here you go.
You hand over the paper to Magor. Lyri and the Imp Blimp, you see Buhd like drop the paper midair and it floats to the ground, and he seems to be looking up at something.
don't worry, he just like this.
You should be more careful with official documents. Magor, well, can I get a clever from you, Buhd? Because, let's see if his advice is good or bad.
Does this stunt apply here?
Let me check the exact wording on Buhd's stunt, because I don't quite remember the wording on it. In spur of the moment situations, yeah, okay, sure. So that's actually a free. Is that alright with you, Banarak?
Yeah.
Okay. So Magor like adjusts his monocle as he looks over at the document, his monocle over his one eye, of course, and he says, yes, this is a standard breach of protocol of a typical warlock contract. About what I have no idea how Buhd would know this, but apparently he does. Yes, well, the unfortunate issue is that in these types of contracts involving a warlock minion, the accuser, in this case the warlock, the ogre warlock I should add, is also the judge, jury and executioner. I would advise your friend perhaps not to go through with participating in this court, because obviously the odds will be stacked against her. However, I should also advise her to be wary for the signed here warlock may, it says in this letter of notice, send hired contract killers after your friend.
That sounds serious.
Yes, very. So, unfortunately, your friend has two choices: to participate in a rigged court and perhaps hope that this Gamash is particularly benevolent that day, or to face the peril of assassin squads for the rest of her life, or for the rest of this Golgamash's life. Yes.
Okay, I'll let her know. Thanks, Uncle.
Anytime. He hands the letter back to you, and I'm above board. Like, in reality, I'm guessing Buhd picks it up from the ground.
Yeah, but just like, he's not even looking at it, but he just picks it up.
Yeah.
Buhd hands it back to her.
Okay, so my uncle say that you have a warlock who is going to stack everything against you, and it no good if you go to the court. It's gonna be probably really bad. But if you don't go, he gonna send assassins after you.
Okay.
Yeah, sounds about right, says the imp.
Well, I'm not gonna sign this contract then. Or this document, sorry.
Yeah, that ogre guy sound like he really bossy and just gonna rule the courts against you. And,
yeah, sorry, little guy.
Blip.
Blip. You know, I kind of feel bad for you being under this guy. Can we, like, get you out or something?
I don't want to find myself in your situation. If I'm lucky, when I deliver the news, Golgamash will beat me and thus break the contract himself.
Oh. Gary kind of looks over at Buhd. Okay. Well, I'm sorry for wasting your time, little guy.
No, it's perfectly fine. I guess I should warn you. Yeah, I don't know how you Azerothians really do things in terms of like assassins and all that. But if Golgamash wants to send demons after you, well, it's gonna be pretty difficult because like you can't really summon demons just like hoi polloi and all that without like a portal and all that. It was difficult enough to like send me over. So probably don't really need to worry about that. He might send conventional assassins after you, which would be, you know, well, yeah, I don't know, could be dangerous. Or I guess you should avoid ever straying close to like portals and like rips in reality and all that, because I imagine some pretty nasty stuff is gonna come after you if you do.
Okay. Well, thanks for informing us. We'll deal with the Golgamash guy later, I suppose. We gotta get to our destination first.
Okay. Maybe you shouldn't talk about your destination while I'm around, because I'll be compelled to tell Golgamash. Alright. I don't know, anything you want me to tell him? Any message you want to carry over?
Tell him that we're going to Theranos. Isn't that right, Buhd?
Yeah. We are going there.
I'm gonna roll Blips careful to see if he remembers that name. Because he has trouble with Azerothian names.
If we ever go to Faralos, you fucked us.
Okay. Felas. Ugh. Why do you Azerothians have these, like, complicated names? You know, my name is just Blip, one syllable, easy.
I'm Buhd.
Oh, that's easy too.
I thought it was Captain Buhd.
Well, Captain Buhd and... Well, that's gonna be decided tomorrow. Well, but or still captain if it doesn't go well. But you know.
I mean, you're captain over the ogres, right? Just not the ship.
I guess I'm technically captain of ogres, yes.
Right.
Or Lord Captain.
Right.
Oh, I like that.
Better not let Golgamash hear that, because if he hears there's other people lording over ogres, actually, he probably already knows that. How does ogre hierarchy work? Anyway, okay. Well, I've done my duty. Sorry, he says to Lyri, for the inconvenience. I hope for your sake we never meet again, but, yeah, good luck, and I hope you don't die. You seem nice enough, I guess.
Yeah, you too, little guy. See ya.
Bye, little nibs.
He waves a hand at both of you and like disappears in like a small batch of fellfire.
That was the friendliest nut goblin I ever met.
I think they're called imps, by the way.
Oh, that's a sad name.
How's it sad?
Imps. Impsy. That's just sad.
Not as sad as you having to sleep out here on the upper deck.
Not so bad.
Actually, small retcon, cause Buhd did check like over the status of his ogres, so and like the ogres are below deck. I imagine like Buhd has enough room to like go on like the stairwells, because those probably have like higher ceilings, but not like into the actual decks, if that makes sense.
He can't fit in the living quarters, he's too big.
Yeah. Well said, well said. Makes sense to everyone?
Yeah.
I'll make nice tent out here if it get bad.
I mean, when we get to Booty Bay and we repair the ship, maybe we could, you know, try and make it so you have somewhere to sleep. I don't know. Make a little shack up here.
Like a little house.
Oh, by the way, did you tell the captain about the ogres making holes in the ship? Or
Oh, well, I tried telling you and Benjamin about that, but I could probably tell Bladebeard.
okay, that's
Might
very
be a good
good.
time to do that after we get vote. And if I become captain, I can do whatever I want.
That's true. Okay, I'm gonna go back to bed now. You can do whatever you're doing up here.
Okay, I'm probably gonna nap after finishing last flyer.
See ya. Lyri will now head back to bed.
How to make big flyer.
I imagine like over the night as you guys sleep. I'm guessing you guys sleep, correct?
Yeah, Buhd eventually goes to sleep after constructing a giant flyer that he puts on the deck.
Mm-hmm. Makes sense. But you probably have a very painful dream, so to say. You, for the moment, you don't like see anything clearly, but you feel yourself as if you are on fire. And you hear the Fell Lord's voice tell you, "Weak as I expected."
Who are you?
Who am I? I'm the one you consumed, you wretched creature. Think of it. The general of the Earthly Legion, burner and destroyer of 100 worlds, reduced to this.
Maybe don't lose next time.
What do you intend to accomplish, little creature? What do you intend to make use of my power for?
I'm gonna free my ogres and we're gonna live in Verlos again.
Such simple ambitions. Truly pathetic. Is that what all Azerothians amount to? A kingdom, a group of ogres. Poultry. For whatever's worth, you are weak creature. You don't deserve my attention, but I sense that you will face struggles in the days to come, and when you do, you will need me.
But never need anyone before.
You now finally start seeing something. You still feel like you're on fire pretty much from the inside, specifically your stomach. But now you see this vast army of demons overwhelming a pool of primitive civilization, and you see yourself in the body of the Fell Lord. You see through his eyes, and you feel as he cuts down the innocent people willy-nilly, how he easily swats aside the mightiest warriors of whatever the civilization was. And you hear him say to you, "I've done this 100 times over on 100 worlds. What does your world offer, puny creature?"
My world is strong.
Is it? In the end, when the time comes, you will need me, and that's when you will finally falter. And I think the dream would fade, and Buhd, you'd probably wake up in a cold sweat.
What was that?
Yeah. Nobody will come to disturb you, Buhd, so do you go back to sleep?
Yeah, I think Buhd would go back to sleep after a little bit, but he'd be kind of disturbed by it.
Understandably so. Meanwhile, while this is happening... yes, this is a pattern. Zelris, are you with us?
Yeah.
What does Lyri dream about? What are, normally, so to say?
Right now she's thinking a lot about home and going back home and people at home. So probably dreaming about, I guess her family before the Third War, maybe.
Mm-hmm.
And, everything that they had.
Mm-hmm.
And how easy life was, I guess.
Yeah, and as you are probably what's the word? Relaxing, a synonym for relaxing. Anyway, as you're relishing, I guess, in this peaceful memory, I imagine you... Is it okay to spoil your former occupation? You've mentioned it in character, but I'm also asking above board.
Oh yeah, fine.
As you're probably serving drinks at the bar, one of the customers, a lady, turns to you and says in a very echoey voice, says, "So are you the one?"
I'm the only one on barkeeping duties, yes. If you want to speak to my mom, I think she's here on other nights. Tomorrow, I think.
Is this the past or a hope for you, Miss... What is your name again?
My name is Lyri Embersorrow. Most people here just call me Lyri. And you?
She ignores your question and says, "So do you know about your purpose in the plan?"
What are you talking about?
I would say above board. You know how in dreams certain people have these nondescript faces that you can't remember? This individual has one of those faces that's featureless, so to say. And she says, "So you do not know. Interesting. I never really expected there to be two, but I guess if the queen provides, then we'll do what we can. Do you agree?
Lyri just kind of stares. I don't think I understand.
Oh, poor thing. You really have no idea what I'm talking about, do you? All the better, I suppose. Well, I think we will meet soon enough regardless. And yeah, in your dream, this individual would like pretty much fade away in a like puff of smoke almost. Can I get like a careful from you to see how many like features you can distinguish on them?
2.
Oh, that's a very good roll. Yeah, you like if you were to like think about the dream later or something like that, you'd notice how like she slurred her S's and almost had like this weird echoing, almost serpentine voice. But nevertheless, she was speaking like in an elven language without like a specific accent other than like slurring her S's. And
Okay.
If you were to look at her eyes, were those like, instead of like normal pupils, even like elf pupils, were those like almost like slits? Like you know what I'm talking about, right, Zelris?
Yeah, like a snake's eye.
Exactly.
Like a snake.
Yeah. So whenever you think remember back, you feel like this woman was very serpentine, and above board, if you were to ever meet her, you will recognize that she's the one who spoke in your dream. Make sense?
Mm-hmm.
Very well. She will not disturb your dreams further, so yeah, it's up to you if you like wake up or if you continue dreaming like as if quote unquote nothing happened.
Lyri will continue dreaming.
Mm-hmm. Okay. Then do Bladebeard or Benjamin do anything, or shall we progress over to the next day?
They sleep.
Yeah. Together, probably.
Nice. Yeah. Then you all would wake up in the morning whenever you guys wish. Would you guys want to do the like election thing in this session or save it for the next session? Up to you guys. I don't imagine it will take too long, but I'm curious, what do you all want to do?
Let's do it this session.
Sure. I'm fine either way.
Same.
Okay. Then I leave it to you guys to tell me like if you want to like skip straight to the like campaign speeches or like have some scenes like before the whole event of you like waking up or like talking about whatever, discussing your dreams, etc. Do let me know, okay? The floor is yours at this point.
Okay.
I guess we can do something relatively short.
Yeah.
I will say, because like you've had like you've spent enough time on the ship to like taste Swimmy's cooking. It's pretty high quality cooking, but unfortunately of like fairly bland rations, if that makes sense. Like Swimmy did his best with the limited ingredients he had available. Make sense? It's not particularly tasty, but it's fine.
Mm-hmm.
So unlike with Nazaga, you don't need to worry about like mystery meat or whatever. Oh yeah, Zelris, you weren't here. Nazaga fed everyone people because he's a forest troll.
Yeah, but also I was there when Zulgalga fed us Tuskar, so...
True enough.
We all had bad cooking experience, I guess.
True enough.
I guess Lyri gets up and will wait on the deck for everyone to come out.
I would say there's always like someone on watch. Probably the like half orc was keeping watch during the morning hours, and as you're the first one to like come up with like a player group, correct?
Yeah, apart from Buhd, who's sleeping up there, I think.
Yeah, so the half-orc would approach you, Lyri, and he'll ask, so what's your whole opinion about this entire thing?
The election.
Sure.
It seems pretty fun. You know, I might have a go having a speech.
Oh, I'm sure you'll get votes.
It's just something to do, I guess. I mean, it's nice being able to take it a bit slower after being in Stormwind for so long. We were in Stormwind for like a week, by the way.
You know, it's my job to watch over the ship, listen to what the sailors say. I've heard quite a few people say they want you to be captain.
Me?
He shrugs.
What about my friend Buhd over there, the ogre?
I mean, it's an ogre, and apparently he has like a son that like kept classified information in like a publicly available book or something. In like, I don't know, this like faraway place that's being invaded by a bigger country, apparently.
Oh, like like Teeironor, I think he said the place was.
I guess. Didn't really pay much attention to whatever the dwarf was peddling.
No, I'll have to ask Buhd about that.
So what will you do if you win?
What if I win?
Yeah.
I will make sure that the safety of the ship is the best. I'll make sure everyone's trained in case anything goes wrong. We can have protocol, I guess. I will pass an executive order to give the rat better food because those rations aren't doing him too good.
Oh, that will earn you votes. Any plans for any future destinations?
Well, Booty Bay to get rid of the ogres. We have to stop in Booty Bay for repairs. But then after that, I don't know, maybe plunder some islands, maybe...
Plunder?
I mean, I have business in Booty Bay, so I guess it depends on how that unfolds, but... we will become very rich, and, what a sailor's like. We will sail the seas, all of them, and it will be pretty cool. Lyri kind of leans against the side of the ship.
Well, you've got my vote, I guess. He shrugs.
Thanks.
Hope you do a good job if you win.
Yeah?
He gives you a nod and will walk away.
I don't know what he's going on about. But it's good to occupy yourself. I probably need to get my best formal voice going for when I meet my kin in Booty Bay. This could be good practice.
This is the DM laughing, not someone else.
And Lyri will wait until someone else wakes up then, or she's approached by anyone else.
I think maybe Spellbeard might show up. He looks Lyri to your eyes. exhausted because above board he was preaching to the night crew as well. And he says, elf lady, can I have a word with you?
Sure, you look pretty tired. You need to like rest or something?
To be honest, but I don't have time before that. Did you know that Mr. Buhd, the big ogre, like he wants, what was I gonna say again? All right. We should lock him up. We should lock him up in prison. Aye.
Yeah, I mean, what about him?
Just when the crowd starts chanting "lock him up," you join in. All right? It's like a party thing. All right? I think.
All right. That sounds fun, I guess.
Yeah. Aye. Well, I'm Spellbeard, by the way. He extends a hand.
Oh, right. You're Bladebeard's
second cousin. It's a long story. I don't know how familiar you are with like dwarf relations, but basically we have the same great grandparents on his mother's side, on me mother's side.
Okay.
Hey.
Lyri will shake his hand.
Oh, you're surprisingly tough for an elf lass. Okay. Well, remember, lock him up. All right.
Right, lock him up.
All right. He like claps his hands and goes to like preach to some other people.
Lyri kind of trickles to herself and closes her eyes. She's very, very amused by this ton of events.
Yeah. Who else shall join Lyri on the upper deck?
I'll be there.
Also, again, I saw Banrak's little icon light up, but no sound came out. But yeah, Bladebeard, feel free to join Lyri on the upper deck.
I don't really have any plans what to do, but wait for the noon.
So he's just like chilling as well.
I guess at some point, like Benjamin will wake up, and since he's relatively refreshed, he'll kind of walk around the ship and give it a proper look.
Are you looking for something in particular, or just like inspecting the ship?
Just inspecting in general, I guess.
Feel free to give me like a careful, I guess.
Alright. If my stunt applies, I guess
holy
that's an 8.
Holy shit. Okay. Reaching rolls that normally shouldn't even be possible for your character with an 8. Okay. Any question you have about the ship, I'll answer it 100% truthfully. It's like more or less standard merchant vessel. You can probably tell by the wood that it's at least about 10 years old, and it's definitely seen quite a lot of activity. You can see like whatchamacallit, I forget the technical term, but like the decay from like being at sea, it's like starting to pile up on the bottom of the deck. The ship will probably need a few repairs, not just from the ogres when it reaches dock, but otherwise it's in fairly good condition. The crew does a fairly good job of keeping it safe. What else can I tell you? This ship is not like capable of like standing up in a fight against any combat vessel of like any type. It barely has like a couple of cannons, and mostly for show. So if you run into like pirates or whatever, your best chance is probably not even running away, because it's not a very fast ship. Your best chance is probably like hand-to-hand combat, if that makes sense. I don't know, do you have any questions?
No, like Anything shady or weird about the ship?
About the ship itself, no, not particularly. You probably do see like Spellbeard like rumor mongering and people avoiding Buhd, even when he's sleeping. About the ship itself, shady? No. Well, I'll have a question for everyone later, but you see that like it's a fairly tight-knit community. Like the former captain and like all of the like people on board are on a first name basis. It's like a very like we're all in this together kind of feel. My question for everyone is, who would be sleeping in the captain's cabin?
Whoever wins the vote.
Well, who was sleeping in the captain's cabin, I guess.
All of us, right? All four of us.
It has a small bed for only one person.
I mean, Buhd is a bed. It's fine.
Sure. I would sleep there, and whoever else wants to.
Okay. Fair enough.
Probably Gurin would be somewhere in the corner.
He, to your eyes, it doesn't look like he's sleeping, but he actually is. He's just keeping his eyes open while he sleeps.
Great.
Okay. Well, yeah. Again, Thompshire, feel free to ask if you have any other questions. But other than that, the floor is yours, like the collective, yours, everyone's.
Do I see?
Sorry, go ahead.
Do I see Benjamin going around with me the ship?
If he wants to be seen, do let me know if you're trying to sneak around. By
Yeah, I'm not being sneaky or anything. I'm just, looking around.
Lyri will, I guess, approach Benjamin. Hey, Ben.
What?
Did you hear that they're having a little election today?
Yeah, I guess I couldn't help it over here.
Oh, did you hear about what the crewmates are saying about Buhd?
Well, I saw Bladebeard's cousin spreading that.
I heard
Yeah.
him spread that. I mean, it's pretty funny, but
no, it's not funny at all. Wouldn't surprise me if they threw Buhd into the sea or something. But
they can't pick him up. It's fine.
look, we just got here. There's probably a cult in here as well, and we barely know any of these people. So
Have you ever seen Bladebeard this happy before? Look at him. Why can't you be a bit optimistic? We're finally out of Stormwind.
I can't be optimistic because you are all making a good situation bad somehow. Because that's all you do.
Lyri is speechless.
She knows I'm right.
That's a bit rude.
Harsh? Yeah?
Wait.
But is it untrue?
I got a message the other day from an imp on the ship.
Yeah? Okay.
The ogre who enslaved me is going to be sending demon assassins after me, so we should keep an eye out for demons.
Okay. I think.
And by the way, use that staff. I gave it to you for a reason.
I mean, it's kind of scary, and I didn't really have an opportunity to.
Maybe we could give it to Kairi Gosa and get something in return. She likes hoarding magical stuff, right?
Does she?
She had that room on her ship full of magical artifacts, right?
I mean, sure, but since we're going to Aaran eventually, I guess that's the better place to keep this if it's dangerous or something. I don't know.
If I win the election, I'm gonna have a big room with a magical lock on it where we put bad artifacts, like the staff. How about that? How is that for an election process?
Are you really taking part in all this?
Yeah, it's a good excuse to get ready to talk with people in Booty Bay.
This is not even funny. It's rigged on everyone's side except Bud's. Like, what's the point of this whole a voting thing if it's barely legitimate?
Well, it's a good excuse to sharpen my tongue, talking with people from Fortalices.
Well, and they'll also be sharpening their knives because you'll be creating tension between the other contestants, right? What was that about locking him up?
They're joking.
Yeah. Of course they are. We'll see.
Okay. Why don't you let Buhd know about this if you're so concerned?
Yeah, what's he gonna do about it?
Hand out better flyers, I don't know.
And where's the time for that?
I mean, he's sleeping right now. You're being a bad friend by letting him sleep.
Whatever. Benjamin just walks up.
Yeah. Again, the floor is yours. Let me know if you'd like the election to start, or if we should have a scene of Buhd waking up, or if Buhd wants to talk to anyone, or if anyone wants to talk to anyone, etc., etc.
I think I'm just gonna wait for the election.
Okay. Buhd, Benjamin, Lyri?
I'm fine waiting.
I think Buhd would sleep until the election, or moments before it, probably. he was up all night working on the giant flyer on the deck.
Fair enough. Okay. So, as noon comes up, Linda would get to above deck and let out an announcement. All right, everyone, as per our new franchise owner's choice, we're gonna have an election for captain. We have these good people who are going to be competing. Is Buhd awake above board?
I would assume so. He probably just woke up.
We have Captain Buhd. Buhd is greeted by a bunch of boos.
Oh, why everyone booing? What'd Buhd do?
Show us your birth certificate.
What's that?
I told you he wasn't born in Stormwind.
No, I was born in Feralos.
He even confirmed it. And they start grumbling. All right, everyone. All right. That's all right, everyone. That's one of the candidates. We also have Captain Bladebeard.
Ahoy there! It's me, Captain Bladebeard, your future captain. And Bladebeard is going to send kisses to everyone.
They give you polite applause. You've been in the underworld enough to know that it's the polite applause of someone who's expecting something from you.
Mm-hmm. All right.
I guess Yeah, for the heck of it, if you want me to be captain, vote for me too. I'm not particularly fond of it, but sure. Anyone else who wants to be competing?
Me. Lyri puts a hand up.
Wait, but this was supposed to be between me and Buhd.
Some
We are
of,
captains.
some of the crowd members start applauding when Lyri says me. All right. Looks like we have a contender. Can you come up here, Ms. Lyri?
Lyri will go up there. Ahoy there! My name is Lyri Embersorrow. Proud daughter of the Embersorrow line, and I want to make our future here as bright as the sunwell. And then she starts like clapping to herself.
People also start cheering. And Linda says, all right, are we starting with the speeches already? Okay.
No, I was just giving them a little something. Lyri has like a big smile on her face.
All right. Anyone else? And you hear a shrill voice say, me, Captain, me! And Swimmy also walks up to the podium.
Bladebeard wasn't concerned before, but when he sees that the kobold was also a consideration, he's like, oh no. He's not so confident anymore.
Me, Swimmy, yes, best cook thing, yes. Me, good captain, bring best meats, yes. All right. So she turns to Bladebeard. How are we doing this? Should every candidate give a brief speech? What do you think?
Yes, I think everyone should give a speech, and maybe after that we can like answer some questions from the crew, and then we'll have a vote.
Questions always taste bad after breakfast. Yes. Right. Alright, okay. Are we going alphabetical? Shall we roll the dice to see who goes first, or... What's alphabetical? Sneaky human thing. Wants to win. Swimmy knows, yes.
Sure, let's roll. Let's rock and roll.
Okay. Can I get... I'm guessing we're gonna roll quote-unquote standard dice, correct?
Sure.
Banrak, DoomGoblin, and Zelris, I'm gonna ask you to roll like a d6, I guess. Do you guys know how to do it, or should I tell you how?
Like that?
It hasn't shown up. Yeah, like that.
Wait, we both rolled 6s.
Let's see what Buhd rolls as well. I'm also gonna roll for Captain Linda and for Swimmy, okay?
If we get another 6, we summon Sargeras.
Probably. Oh, okay. You know how to roll. Awesome. The first roll is Captain Linda. And this roll is Swimmy.
What? How?
Yes. Guess me go first. Yes.
Very well, the dice have spoken.
Feel free to if you want to investigate for that, feel free.
No, we can let him go first.
Okay. Captain Linda says, can we have a short reroll between Mr. Bladebeard and Ms. Lyri to see who will go first between the two of them?
Or maybe we can do our speeches at the same time and, and who people hear better will probably win.
No, I'll roll again. It's fine.
Sure.
Well, looks like I'm going last.
Well, let's have Bladebeard above
Damn
board
it.
rollers. Oh my god.
Lyri, you're copying me.
I rolled first.
You're copying me. I don't know what kind of magic are you using, but let's roll again.
If you want.
Oh my!
No way.
Oh my god!
Bladebeard.
You hear a sign. You hear someone from the crew say, "It's a sign. She really is the one. Shut up."
This obviously isn't working. What should we do?
You can go first. I don't mind.
No. Ladies first. Come on.
Okay.
No. Kobolds first. Yes. Me win dice roll. Yes.
Well, me before Bladebeard. You're still going first.
Yes. Big shiny first. Yes, as kobold befits. And Swimmy.
So is it Kobold, Buhd, me, then Bladebeard, or is it?
Buhd. It's kobold, Bladebeard or Lyri. Buhd, Linda.
Okay.
You know what? Yeah, you go first, Lyri. I'll actually go last. Of all candidates.
Okay. The kobold's still going first, though.
Yes. Me first. Yes. Big shiny best kobold. Yes.
All right, let's hear it.
Swimmy walks up to the podium and says, yes, me Swimmy, me best kobold thing, yes. Me make good shiny meals and help rebuild ship and, I can cast fireball. Yes, big shiny fireball. Vote Swimmy because, make good food. Yes. If no vote Swimmy, make bad food. But just today though, because Swimmy love you all, and Swimmy wants you all to have good food. So only bad food for today. Yes. But vote Swimmy. Thank you. I'm gonna roll Swimmy's flashy to see how well he does. Also, let me know how much you heard of that.
We heard all of it.
Yep.
Yeah, it was too wholesome, so we have no comments.
Poor guy.
Okay. Swimmy gets like no applause, no nothing. He just walks off the podium.
Benjamin will applaud.
Lyri will also applaud him, feeling bad.
Buhd will also applaud.
When
Sure,
Lyri,
I'll do it too.
when
He's
Lyri,
a genuinely good guy. We can't just leave him.
when Lyri applauds, like a third of the crew also starts applauding, and seeing that the rest of the crew also applauds. Lots of votes for me. Yes. You have no chances. Yes. Who next? Who next thing? Who next captain thing?
Lyri.
That is
Embersorrow.
correct. Lyri will walk up to the podium. Good evening, everyone. It's morning. This is already off to a bad start. I mean, good afternoon. As you know, I am similarly Embersorrow. What's the thing to talk about? Oh, right. My father, Vinizen Embersorrow, he was a mighty Sun Fury warrior of high standing, and he taught me everything I know about being safe, having good precautions, and what good food tastes like. So, if I am voted as captain, I will make sure we get amazing food, so our good friend Swimmy over here can make the best food ever made. And I will also keep our ship safe from any intruders or attackers with my powerful magics. I'm a natural born leader of high standing and high authority. I'm taller than both Buhd and Linda. Lyri kind of like leans on the podium, trying to think of something. And once we get to our destination, we will become very rich with both knowledge and money under my command. I will make executive decisions that will be very, very good for us all. And yeah, that's it. Lyri claps for herself very excitedly.
At least a third of the crew will start clapping as well, but as for the rest, can I get a flashy roll from you?
Okay. That's awesome.
Like, a third of the crew claps enthusiastically, and the other third just like gives you this like, who the hell are you look.
Lyri will step back from the podium.
You did good.
Bud claps, by the way.
Okay. Who shall be next? Is, if I remember correctly, DoomGoblin, you wanted to go last? Bladebeard, rather?
Yeah.
Then I think Buhd is next.
Alright. Bud walks over and takes a stand.
You hear
Raise
someone in the crowd yell, "Boo!" And the half-orc says, "Let the ogre speak. We'll see his birth certificate later."
Well, I don't have a lot of things. I am not the smartest. I am strong, but I am many things. I am friend, I am foe, but I am Buhd. And a vote for Buhd is a vote for freedom. And you all deserve that freedom to do whatever you want. And Buhd wants his ogres to be free and happy and well. And I hope you vote for Buhd. That is all.
Give me a flashy, please.
Okay.
Okay. With that roll, you don't really stir like a strong reaction one way or another, and then you hear the familiar voice of Spellbeard say, "Show us your son's secret documents. Lock him up." And
I'm gonna, as soon as Spellbeard opens his mouth, I'm gonna kick his knee.
are you? Give me a quick, please. I'm also rolling for Spellbeard. Yeah, you kick him in the knee before he can say anything. You hear like some grumbling from the crew, but nobody like starts chanting anything. Okay.
And Bud kind of just sadly walks down since that he didn't get really much of a reaction at all.
You get like a couple, like one or two people applauding, but not a strong reaction one way or another. Make sense?
Okay. He's not as sad about it, but he's still kind of like, oh, okay.
Okay. And just give me a second to look up Linda's stats so I know when she rolls flashy what I have to roll for her. Just a second. But yeah, Linda is next. I'm guessing you guys will allow her to speak, correct?
Yeah.
And he says, "Well, you know me. If I win, well, I promise to do as good of a job as I did before. You know, I'm part of the family. I'm with you guys. Obviously, we're gonna follow our contractual obligations to our new owners, but I'll ensure that you guys like have a fair say and that you're protected if something happens. So yeah, if you want that, vote for me. If not, I'll do the best that I can regardless." And let me roll her flashy. Yeah, she so far gets the except for Lyri, who got like some very enthusiastic applause from like a specific third of the crew, Linda gets the most applause so far. She seems slightly surprised. Can you guys hear me?
Yeah, we can hear
Yeah.
you.
Yeah. But Bud also applauds. He's gonna applaud for everyone.
I think Mr. Bladebeard is next.
Yes. Alright, I'll get on the podium as well.
Mm-hmm.
Ahoy there, beautiful people. I am Captain Bladebeard. And, yeah, I'm gonna make you the richest crew on Azeroth. You're no longer gonna be sailors, you're gonna be ladies and lords of the sea. Everything here will belong to us. And, yeah, I also have the most experience on the sea of all of these people, so I don't think that any of them would be as successful as me. I'm the best option. What can I say? I'm also the handsomest. Look at my guns. Look at my sleeveless coat. Pretty cool, eh? And yeah, I'm gonna make you rich and protected and loved and beautiful and yeah, all of those things. You're gonna have the time of your life with me.
May I get your flashy, Bladebeard?
I should probably also think of a lie to use my stunt on.
If your speech
Say
is
something about both.
if your speech
But,
is not over, yeah. Feel free to continue if you want.
Yeah, I don't know what to lie about.
I mean, you've already told plenty of lies, so
No,
yes.
those are actual things I'll try to achieve.
But you can't brag about your guns when Bud's right next to you. That's just not how it works.
Tell them he's using roids. He's under the influence.
I'll use another stunt. I'll ask the evil spirit in my head for an advice.
You're using
The-
the evil
Do
spirit
you
in your
hear me,
head.
Teeironor?
Yeah, I heard you.
What do these people want?
The evil spirit will probably say, if you claim to follow the beacon, the third of the crew will follow.
Also, I will follow the beacon.
You hear like stirrings from like a significant part of the crew.
Yeah, I know what the beacon is. I understand it very well, and I will follow the beacon wherever it leads.
Now, can I get your flashy?
I still don't have a lie, and yeah, all right. I'll just roll flashy. I can't think of anything besides what I already said. All right. I'll use a fate point to bring that up, and I'll invoke my Pirate Lord or the Blackwater Raiders.
If you are using your fate point, it's open season for everyone else to use them as well.
Yeah, I'll use my fate point to add +2.
Okay. I have written that down.
I'll compel Bladebeard.
Sure.
I'm gonna compel his professional kleptomaniac, and since he's talking about his aspirations as a captain, maybe he lets it slip out, sort of obviously, that he intends to steal stuff.
Yes. Sure, I'll take it.
How does that happen?
When he talks about how the whole sea will belong to them, and everything on it will be ours. We'll be able to take whatever we want from any crew, Alliance or Horde, neutral. I don't care. Everything belongs to us. We'll be kings and queens of the sea.
You hear?
And if they resist, we can just show them that we are the greatest crew ever, greatest pirate crew ever. They just take it by force.
You hear panic murmuring from the crew. I have penalized your role slightly. Actually, fairly significantly, but still. Okay.
But yeah, basically we're gonna be very, very rich.
Okay. Give me a moment, because I need to, count the votes, take into account your role, there's 57 crew members, and I need to split the votes according to the roles, etc. Also, for whom are you guys individually voting? Gurren doesn't understand the concept of voting on that note.
Yeah.
Can we vote for ourselves, or is it?
Yeah, of course you can.
Lyri will vote for herself, as she just finds this to be amusing and funny, not taking it very seriously.
Benjamin will vote on Linda because he doesn't trust any of these three to have a competent business going on. Not a business, but a ship.
But Bud will vote for himself.
Yeah, Bladebeard will vote for himself as well.
Okay, give me a second, because again I need to, do the math. Can I get, can you guys interact for a little, talk among yourselves, do whatever while I do the math?
How is Spellbeard? I kind of picture myself kind of holding him by the by the shoulder, as in don't try anything else.
I mean, you completely dominated him in that role, so he's at your mercy.
Okay, then he'll stay that way.
Yeah,
Lyri
it's a lot of fun.
Lyri will just, while she's waiting, just try making cool magical spells that just look cool to keep people amused, I guess, while the votes are being counted.
Roll of flesh.
Yeah, that's what I'm expecting.
If you want, sure.
A -2. It's at least slightly worse than normal.
You accidentally burn your finger a little bit.
Still looks cool though. Oh, this was pretty fun.
It wasn't.
Okay, give me a second, because I have to make to do an actual equation. So give me a second.
I'm sorry, Teeironor, this is not what we intended.
It's alright.
It's a great first episode though.
Yeah. We have a theme of the episode.
The Ephemeral orb got too political. What happened to the good old days?
I will build a wall around the ocean, and the mainlanders will pay for it.
Yeah. How about you build a wall around the ship?
No, then we'll be in prison.
I think we should build a wall around Buhd and not Buhd, Bladebeard and Lyri.
Come
No,
on,
just-
why should
just
we build a
Bladebeard
wall
and
around
Lyri.
Buhd?
Thought Benjamin is supporting the Lock Him Up movement. That's so much.
Yeah.
No, I don't want to build walls. I want to build bridges and ships. Actually,
Bridges.
just ships.
But Buhd is the shipbuilder, not you.
Bud's
I
gonna
can
build all the
pay
ship.
people to build them.
You know, if before this we opened the ogre bubbles, they could have rigged the vote in Bud's favor.
Yeah.
Election
Why didn't we
fraud.
let the ogres vote?
Why'd you think? Because we-
where are they?
Because we can't get them back in the bubbles and eat a lot of food.
Oh, they're still in the bubbles.
Yes,
Why?
they just are.
Will they be like that forever?
Probably.
Damn. I guess there are worse fates. I'm sorry, bud.
This is the best in character, out of character moment ever.
I'll go find the half-orc dude,
Yeah, sure.
and I'll just kind of throw Spellbeard at him and say, lock him up for a bit.
I didn't do anything. What are you talking about? I only preach the truth.
Yeah, whatever. Lock him up for a bit if that's not too troublesome.
Okay. Carry. Sorry.
Lyri will just be sitting around on the docks.
Okay. I have the totals counted. Shall I go from biggest to smallest or smallest to biggest?
Smallest to biggest.
Yeah, I agree.
By the way, who is counting the votes?
A neutral third party.
Good question. John would volunteer, I guess.
Yeah, John doesn't like anyone here, so he can be the one who does it.
John? My crewman?
Actually, no, not John. The Harvest Golem would volunteer. That's perfectly neutral.
Can he?
But the robots are rigged.
Spellbeard would say that, sure. Okay.
Should be in prison.
Sure, alright.
Okay. So shall I let you all know about the results? Again, smallest to biggest.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Swimmy gets 1 vote.
No.
Buhd gets 8 votes. Lyri gets 11 votes. Linda gets 14 votes. And Bladebeard gets 27 votes.
Yay.
Partly because Bladebeard stole a significant chunk of Lyri's electorate.
Yes.
Wow.
Alright, everyone. This was a great voting game. I'm very proud of everyone.
The election was yeah.
Okay, we're going to prison. Goodbye.
There's no such thing as prison on the seas, right, cousin?
There is what we call Neptune's locker. It's the bottom of the sea, but you ain't going there. Come on, release him.
Yeah. Told you, you big, mean, handsome human person.
Just a few hours, Bladebeard, it'll be fine. Just needs to learn his. Just needs to learn his lesson. That's all he needs.
Linda will say, well, congratulations to the ship's new captain. And she gives you like a respectful bow, acknowledging the results of the election.
Yeah, you all did very good. I would have been fine with any one of you as a captain, But I think that this makes most sense because I am the greatest captain here. And I think this is going to be best for everyone on board.
Above board, if
Yeah, above board and under the board.
sure, if Bladebeard hadn't pulled that beacon stunt, it would have been much closer. Bladebeard would have still won, but the electorate would have been very divided. Lyri would have been second place.
Yeah. Well, do you guys have any questions? We skipped that part, but I guess better late than never.
Are we still locking the ogre up?
No, we're locking this dwarf up.
You're not locking nobody up.
Yeah, no one is getting locked up. We are all friends here. We all have to work together as a family, as a crew.
Spellbeard will whisper to you, Benjamin, unless you're coming with me, handsome, when we're locked up.
Well, you're giving me more reason to lock you up alone.
Meanie. And someone else will say, so can we see the ogre's birth certificate?
But do you have your whatever they're asking for?
I have no idea what that is.
Above board, and this is why this is the majority of the questions. What really made Bladebeard win was not Bladebeard's speech, but rather the work Spellbeard did.
Oh god, he's actually becoming like a campaign manager.
Christ.
No one is getting locked up. I am a big believer in second chances and mercy. And I think that I can turn Buhd into a better person, a better seaman, a better crewman.
Spellbeard is like frantically whispers to you, "No, cousin, you have to lock them up, or else they'll remember that we promised to give them wage or a rise in their wages. You have to lock them up."
No, I am planning to keep that promise. You'll all be richest crew on the sea.
So where's our money? Yeah, give us the money.
Patience. We need to get to Booty Bay.
They start grumbling. Give us the money. Give us the money.
Buhd joins in. Give us the money. Give us the money.
Lyri joins in as well, just for stirring up drama.
Fine. All right. The next ship we see on the sea, we'll take their money and we'll split it.
You promised money you didn't have.
No, I do have it, but someone else have it right now.
Cousin, I told you, just throw the ogre in the prison and don't forget about it. Trust me, I know how this stuff works.
No one's going to prison.
They start grumbling very loudly, and like some of them start walking towards the podium, but then Gurug interposes himself and glares them down.
This is a really fast mutiny, Bladebeard.
Alright, calm down everyone. You're gonna get your money soon, and then more money, and more, and more, and more, and more. I promise. No, I don't promise, I know.
Cousin, you're gonna end up like that Caspian fellow you told me about.
No, I'm not. He wasn't a pirate. He was a coward.
Do these people look like pirates? They want the truth, not to steal things. Well, unless they're stealing from you.
They are not pirates now, but I'll make the pirates out of them.
And
Benjamin is sick of this, he just leaves.
Spellbeard starts crying just out of fear. And
You know, you aren't that great of a Captain Bladebeard.
The crew will return to their duties but continue grumbling. You get the sense that your authority as captain is pretty shaky.
I guess I'll have to work on that.
I suppose so. So, any other thoughts for our viewers before we end the episode? Or would you guys like to have like a scene or anything like that?
I don't think so.
Okay, then we can stop the episode there and go into our usual post-episode discussion and all that good stuff. So, everyone, thoughts on today's episode?
Amazing.
Very fun.
What a great opener.
Yeah, definitely.
In the end, feels like nobody won, but yeah.
Yeah. I'll be totally honest, I stopped bothering with the equation because it was too complicated, so I just eyeballed it according to the dice rolls that you guys gave, if that makes sense. But yeah, Swimmy just got his own vote.
I was honestly expecting some random votes, for random people.
It was fairly clear cut. Swimmy got a -1 in total. Lyri got a -3, so the only people who would vote for Lyri would be the cult people. Bladebeard got a 5 because I reduced the 4 that he got to a 0 because of the pirate stuff. Bud got a 3 in total, and Linda got a 4. So it was Bladebeard 5, Linda 4, Bud 3, and then there was the issue of the cult people, and Bladebeard stole that, not stole, but got their some of their votes. So yeah, makes sense.
Yeah,
fair enough.
But yeah, I guess I should mention before we go into our usual discussion, because I did promise, what's the meaning behind the title Beacon in the Dark? A couple meanings. First off, it's the name that the cult people want to rename the ship to, which I'm sure will be significant later on. Second off, apparently Zelris pointed out, and this is a complete coincidence, that it's also the name of a quest involving the Viceroy in the Argus patch, so that's a fun coincidence. Thirdly, because I envisioned this campaign to be more of a sandbox, so to say, than what happened in the previous 2 seasons, where there was, for season 1, a clearly defined thing going on of the ephemeral orb shenanigan. Season 2 had the silver mane. Season 3 is more so dealing with the aftermath of the previous 2 seasons, because basically previously, before the whole ephemeral orb shenanigans, the Blackwater Raiders were the dominant force in this area, but now that they're more or less incapacitated at the moment, there's a power vacuum, and you guys have a chance in this proverbial darkness to be the beacon that will restore some semblance of balance, and you meet all sorts of factions that you can interact with and maybe support them to gain more power, or obviously help the Blackwater Raiders, etc, etc. So that's why I intended this to be a more open-ended campaign, though that's not to say that I don't have story thread that you guys can follow. Make sense?
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. Sounds awesome.
I'm glad you think so. So, I've rambled on too much. What are your guys' thoughts on today's session?
Amazing. The best opening session, I think, to season so far.
Yeah, we didn't murder a noble, although that was very fun as well.
And we didn't sell anyone.
The selling thing was in episode 2, to be fair.
Oh, well.
And I mean, we kind of bought this crew in a way, but I guess that was last episode.
I think, funnily enough, having an election actually split the crew more than if just, oh yeah, Bladebeard's in charge now.
Yep,
Yep, that's why democracy's bad.
Sure.
I guess. Yeah, that's the message of this episode.
Spellbeard was right all along.
Ooh,
Yeah.
I don't like that.
Also, but no, it was a lot of fun, and I enjoyed that it was just like a bunch of RP, and it was really fun. Like, we got to do a lot of fun things, have a lot of funny interactions.
Yeah.
I'm glad you all think so. I guess thoughts on your new crewmates?
They were right. I feel bad for the kobold. I want him to be protected.
Yeah, I love him.
I like the kobold too.
The night owl's pretty cool too.
I was just gonna say I like her.
The kobold's gonna spit in all your meals tonight, but afterwards you'll continue doing the best that he can.
That's why he should have been kept.
Shrug.
Unironically,
That's not
Benjamin would have been a good captain.
Yeah, maybe.
Is that whole, oh, he doesn't want that burden, so will be the best kind of deal? Is that it? I was honestly thinking that Benjamin would get like 1 vote from his dad or something.
Yeah. Can we know who did Joseph vote for?
Since voting is anonymous, I will only reveal for the people who would be okay with sharing, if that makes sense. Like going on through like NPCs that are on screen, Spellbeard voted for Bladebeard, obviously. Gurin doesn't know what voting is. Joseph, I think Joseph would have voted for Linda. Martha, if Bladebeard, if you succeeded in cajoling her to actually take you seriously, she would vote for you, but if not, she would abstain. John will not say who he voted for. The like officer crew members will not say who they voted for. Skimmy will proudly say that he voted for himself, and the other crewmates will also not say who they voted for.
Everyone who doesn't say needs to walk the plank.
Who did the Harvest Golem vote for?
Harvest Golem counted the votes, so he didn't.
I think it was rigged.
It would have been funny if we let the ogres out just to make them vote for Buhd, though. To tip the scales.
Actually, I will say that Frieza, the owner of the Harvest Golem, if and when you asked her who did you vote for, she'll say that not Bladebeard, that's for sure. But that's all she say.
Interesting.
I mean,
Bladebeard.
you already know she doesn't like you.
I guess.
I am so excited to like continue this campaign, to be honest. I like seeing the big map. It's very, very cool.
I am excited too. Go ahead.
The commentary kind of reminds me of the first Exploring Azeroth book. With, like the commentary from Flynn on top of like Shaw's notes.
I was inspired by that, I will admit. I've also like switched the like player screen to that if you guys want. For the viewers, I'll put like the map on screen so that they can also see. But yeah, do you guys... Actually, I'll post the map in the Discord after we're done recording, so I don't have to leave you guys on this screen. But yeah. I had fun making this map. I'm not particularly good at drawing shapes, so that's why the Eastern Kingdoms look a bit funky, but that is what it is.
I mean, it's pretty recognizable, so I don't have any complaints in that regard, at least.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, they hired a map maker who maybe is not that good. Or like in universe maps will always be a bit
bit.
funky.
Yeah, a bit messed up.
Like the map is signed by someone if you look at the bottom left corner, and that character is actually a lore character, funnily enough. And it's kind of interesting that like he was promoted to the job because he was the main character, not the, but a main character in a book, not necessarily because he was good at it. So I guess it fits. Does that make sense?
Mm-hmm.
Anyway, yeah, I was honestly terrified at the start of the session that, like, you were, like, specifically DoomGoblin was gonna say, oh yeah, let's sail to, like, the opposite corner of the map, and that's why I, like, drew the little line, like, okay, this is all that I have prepared so far, please don't go further than that.
I feel like, right now we're pretty set in our goals to go to Buhd Bay at least.
Fair enough.
For the time being.
I love chaos. I like doing random and stupid stuff, but Bladebeard is also a character that has his own goals that I also like to follow. I think it makes sense for him to go to Buhd Bay, not to Kultiras or Pandaria.
Sure. Though I was thinking that at least you'd probably like visit the islands that are like a short detour away or anything like that, and that's part of the reason why I panicked before we started the session of, okay, I gotta get this ready, I gotta get this ready, I gotta get this ready, if that makes sense.
Mm-hmm.
But still, the session was fun. Looking forward to what you guys plan to do, like in the future, for the rest of the campaign. Again, I do have something in mind for like a campaign conclusion, for lack of a better term, like how Season 1 had the battle for the orb and Season 2 had the whole final combat against the Silvermane. But I would say we're pretty far away off from the end I had in mind for this season. So we'll get there when we get there. No need to rush things.
Mm-hmm. Also, we're so close to episode 100. It's crazy.
Yeah.
This is like episode 95, I think. If I count it right. It's like 95 or 96.
I think 95. Because Season 2 had 48, Season 1 had 46. So 45, 1 plus 3. So yeah, this would be 95, I think.
Crazy. We're so close to that magical episode 100.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, I'll have to prepare something. I don't know. We'll think about something when we get to 100.
Mm-hmm. It's like 5 sessions away. It's fine.
Yeah. Like a month. I don't know. Anyway, do you guys have any other thoughts on what happened this episode before we go into our like usual shoutouts?
Yeah, I want to say that the whole Lyri business with the ogre is pretty fun. I am excited to see how that goes.
Oh, Golgamosh? Oh,
yeah, the lawyer stuff.
I forgot about the ogre lawyer ancestor who I love.
If you, I don't know why would you, but if you asked Bladebeard to read the letter, he would have asked the spirit to read it. So, yeah, he could have also read it.
Yeah.
I don't think Lyri has that much confidence in the magical voice in your head.
Alternatively, we could also have asked the demon within to read it.
Why would he have answered it though?
I don't know, just saying that it's possible, I guess.
Or Benjamin's staff of exposition.
The staff doesn't work on objects.
Oh. What did that do again?
It's like a lie detector. You can just like, if someone says they went to the store to get a piece of bread, you could use it and see what they actually did if they went to the store, or if they like
Pretty
stood
much.
around and did nothing.
it's actually a pretty powerful artifact, and like the more prep I do, the more I think, oh yeah, they can just like solve this mystery by using the staff. So I'm kind of surprised that you want to like pawn it off to Kyrigosa.
Lyri gave it to Benjamin because she thinks Benjamin's a smart one who like picks up on things, but I think Benjamin's pretty hesitant to use it, so...
Yeah, I saw spooky vision when I picked it up. That's a red flag.
Lyri's not really the kind of, I guess, perceptive type, so she didn't think she'd be the best to use it.
Understandable. I'm kind of curious what would happen if Bladebeard or Buhd would get their hands on it, like how they would use this like lie detector. I'm sort of imagining maybe Buhd will go around, hey, do you actually like me? Something like that.
Yeah, that seems more. Oh, ow, Moxie.
Bladebeard would just ask if they voted for him or not, and then use it.
Yeah, I think Buhd would definitely ask people, "Do you like me?"
Well, following the selection, not so much.
Poor Buhd.
And not by anything that Buhd has done. Like nothing of Bud's not at fault for what's happening.
Buhd is the most tragic character in all of gaming.
Sure. Sure. But still, I guess we'll see what happens in on next session, if and when we get to Booty Bay and all of that. Do you guys have any other thoughts for our viewers before we go into our shoutouts?
Yeah. Vote Buhd. That's it for me.
Vote Swimmy. Vote Swimmy.
Oh yeah, actually, I would Swimmy. Screw Buhd.
Wow.
He's just a better candidate, I'm sorry.
Perhaps, I guess. Well, if there isn't anything else, then thank you once again to your viewers for watching and listening to us. Future episodes of Beacon in the Dark shall be posted on my channel. I forgot to mention that in the intro. But yeah, before we sign off, let's have these lovely people talk about themselves and what they're doing. I've rolled some dice in the background, and the dice have decided that it's not quite reverse alphabetical, but close enough. If you guys want, we can do reverse alphabetical, but either way, Zelris would be first. Zelris, could you please talk about yourself and what you're doing?
Hello, my name is Zelris. I make World of Warcraft things on the internet for you to watch. On my YouTube channel, Zelris, or my Twitter, also Zelris. And you can watch them if you like WoW or whatever, and that's about it.
Do check Zelris out. Thank you very much. Next, we would have Sir Thompshire. Could you please talk about yourself and what you're doing?
Sure. As always, you can find me on YouTube and Twitter as Sir Thompshire, where I make the renders for this series, as well as other random renders I may have the motivation to do. Like, apparently a very successful gnome variant for whatever reason. I don't know. And once a blood moon, a machinima comes by, eventually, the usual. But this time for real, I hope.
Nice. Awesome. I'm curious if you got the idea of gnome variant from Gnome Benjamin or not. I also don't know if you heard me.
No, you cut off.
If you got the idea of gnome variant from Gnome Benjamin.
No, not particularly.
Makes sense.
I actually remembered Gnome Benjamin afterwards.
Fair enough. Okay. Thank you very much, Thompshire. Next, shall we continue in reverse alphabetical order, or shall we respect the dice? What do you think?
Let's
go.
respect that dice.
Yeah. Sure.
Okay. Respecting the dice, we would have Banarak. Banrak, could you please go ahead and talk about yourself and what you're doing?
Yes, hello, I am Bannerek, I was Buhd, and I do videos on World of Warcraft, lore videos, speculation, what ifs, machinima, all that jazz. Hopefully I'll be able to do more videos soon, but I don't know. And, yeah. Don't know when that's gonna be, but yeah.
Thank you very much, Bannerek. And next, according to the dice, we have DoomGoblin. DoomGoblin, could you please go ahead and talk about yourself and what you're doing?
Yeah, I'm DoomGoblin. I'm a digital artist. I draw stuff, usually fantasy stuff. For example, I drew the new reaction emote things that we have that move when we talk. I can't wait for this episode to come out so I can actually see what it looks like. We on our sides we don't see it. Only you can see the viewers.
Yeah, viewers, look at the screen. You see them right now.
And yeah, you can find me all over the internet. I have a Twitter, I have an Instagram, I have ArtStation and DeviantArt.
And you can check all of DoomGoblin's links out in the description below. Well, everyone else's as well, not just on screen. But yeah, thank you very much, DoomGoblin. And I was your Dungeon Master, Game Master Teeironor. I do this series, which is a lot of fun. I also do another series set in a homebrew universe called Legacy of the Rimland. That is also quite a lot of fun with a different group of lovely people that I would highly recommend you check out. But other than that, thank you once again, dear viewers, for watching and listening to us. We'll probably be back next week. I will let you all know on Twitter if we are not, and if we have to delay an episode or whatever. But yeah, either way, we will see you next time once again on my channel. Yeah, thank you once again for watching, and goodbye, everybody.
See ya.
Bye bye.
See ya.